Now you're loud all of a sudden. Like as soon as we went live, you just got crazy loud. Speak for a second.
That's because I'm crazy important.
All right, I adjusted it a little bit. They'll just have to let us know how you sound. All right, what's going on, everybody? We're here on this Friday. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Some updated stuff about the missing scientists and how the president apparently knows nothing about it. Apparently, the government is trying to poison us all with ticks that stop us from eating meat, which is unfortunate. What else? What else do we got? Little Charlie Kirk update.
Yeah.
A little bit of Iran, Israel. We got quite the smorgasbord.
Oh, bullshit.
Yes.
Not bullshit, but like shit that can. Some of it's upsetting, some of it's funny.
Yeah, but let's start with something. Let's start with something lighthearted. Everybody's probably seen this clip by now, but I think this is a great example of why everybody should support the Second Amendment. So when a crazy person comes to your house and is asking about your daughter, you can shoot them in the face. Let me fix this layout real quick. We don't need to be giant.
Yeah, that's better.
What? My face isn't there. Whatever. It's no big deal. There we go. That's better.
Hello?
Hi there. Can you open this door, please?
For what?
I just want to.
That's a crazy way to approach somebody. Hi there. Can you open this door, please? You're in a trench with flip flops.
Yeah.
Make sure that everything's okay. There seems to be something going on.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just figured I'd check on something. Where's your daughter? Who's in there with you?
Bro, if you don't leave,
open this door. I'm breaking it down. You understand me?
Leave my house. You don't.
Are you okay? Is everyone in this house okay?
What? Everyone's okay. What do you want?
Open the door. No.
It seems fucking fake, dude. But this is real. This guy went to jail.
To change his voice. Open the door now.
Yeah.
Laugh at his
or I will
face.
end you. Do you understand me?
Hello?
Yeah, you just got to shoot through the door.
Is there some backstory? Like, does she have a online presence or like?
I have no clue.
Because
I have
the
no
dad
clue.
doesn't sound old. He's saying bro and stuff. So it makes me think the daughter's probably a teenager. This dude is clearly like it maybe it's one of those things where she's on Instagram and whatever, just has some weird
maybe. But
people are weird.
I couldn't find the clip, but there's a clip of him going into the house and the dad like shows up late. I don't think anybody was in the house. This dude just broke into an empty house.
Yeah, I'm shooting.
Yeah, I'm shooting through the door.
Once he starts trying to kick, like I'm not trying to go to jail. I'd warn him my back. I'm gonna fucking shoot you if you keep kicking my door.
Yeah.
The second he gets through the door, just magnum.
I want to hear an interview from that guy, and I want to know what he thought was going on in that house.
Yeah.
Where he was like, I got to wear my trench coat for this. No time for shoes, but I have to put on the trench coat.
Well, yeah, and that's where, you know, it's clearly I'd shoot the guy, but you need to hear the whole. I mean, you don't. If some dude comes like that, where's your daughter or shit? Like, no.
Yeah,
no.
He's asking where your kids are at. Yeah, you just gotta.
Yeah, I'm trying to play the other
That's the
side
end of the discussion.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can move into. I mean, the last episode we did was kind of on the moon, aliens, and stuff. So we'll move into the UFO stuff because it's a few things. Number one, there's more scientists going missing, which is crazy. And number two, we'll get into it, but the president is coming out and saying that he's just now getting briefed on it.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not like niche like news anymore. Like it's these bigger agencies are even reporting on it now, where no one knows what's going on, but it's fishy. Maybe sleeper cells, Iran stealing reverse paperclip.
I had a crazy thought actually today, because I was watching somebody. I might have a bookmark. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick while I'm talking. But I was watching somebody, and they were talking about how, yep, I have it bookmarked. I'll bring it up right now. A lot of them are going missing, and they're not taking anything with them. Like, it's not just that one general. Let me pull this up real quick.
They just literally disappeared, left all of their devices at home. This is not normal. These are some of the most advanced scientists, researchers in our nation, some of the most important people for our nation's national security efforts, and they all just mysteriously disappeared.
Here's what, dude, when he said that, I was like,
for me is like, okay, well, not, it's all sketchy, but like the guy who's said, I'm leaving, like, I gotta go, and left all this shit. But like, if everything's left at home otherwise, then that just makes me think,
which guy was that?
Scooped up. The general. Didn't he let his wife
know he didn't
was going on a hike?
No, that was just something we said, was like, maybe he told her. But
okay. I thought it was okay. Yeah, they're probably just getting scooped up, dude. They're just the capture.
Well, here was or are they getting abducted?
The aliens are like, yo, chill.
Or maybe we're doing it.
I think
maybe it's something we're trying to play out here.
I don't think
hey, what's
they're
up,
getting
Quex?
abducted. I don't think they're getting abducted.
I don't either. But
they're
the way
kidnapped, well, abducted, not abducted by aliens, but
right. I don't either. It's just the way he said it. Like they vanished, or they're aliens going back. That's what Quex just said.
They're the fucking lizard people, the Nordic aliens.
But yeah, we're now up to 11 scientists.
And this is the most recent one?
This is 34 years old when she allegedly died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in Huntsville, Alabama. That's right where NASA's at.
But it's not that. That was back in 2022. So it's just,
I mean, it's not that recent.
Uncovering it type thing. Like she was also okay. They're
finding more and more of these
anti-gravity researcher. Okay, yeah, they're finding out that she
was a famous one. She was kind of like a whistleblower. She made a video and then ended up dead. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can find the video.
That's the dude murdered.
No, of course not.
Yeah, these people are getting taken out. And probably some of them are too important to take them out. They still need their mind.
Disclosure is going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama, out of Redstone Arsenal. Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama is the biggest fucking deal that you've never heard of. It's the biggest fucking deal that you have never heard of. Because the fact is that we have deep and wide, extensive credibility that no one knows about, because you're not supposed to know about it. Because it's in Alabama, it's obscure. You're not supposed to know about it. That's the point.
People that
she looks frantic
don't know what
too.
Huntsville
you see,
is.
I mean,
Amy
people know what Huntsville is? Is that what you're saying? People don't know what Huntsville is. Huntsville is the biggest fucking deal on the planet that you have never heard of. Now, like, Huntsville is the Silicon Valley of government national security technology and intelligence community technology and aerospace technology. Huntsville is like the hub. Like, we are number 3 on the
Huntsville
first strike.
Has a big rocket
on
the side of the highway, I believe.
If first strike happens, 3 targets, Huntsville will be one of them. Alabama. This is Alabama, dude, in the deep south.
To me,
we're in the top 3 first strike.
She's probably frantic because she's doing this.
Yeah, her eyes were big. She was like,
and she's dead now.
Crazy and killed herself.
Could be. She could be just crazy and killed herself. But that's a little too convenient for me.
It's just everything stacking up is what.
Yeah, and I mean, and then you have the president here's my thing. How have we been talking about this for what, 3 weeks now? Other people have been talking about this for months, and the president.
10 missing scientists with access to classified stuff, nuclear material, aerospace. They've all gone missing or turned up dead in the last couple months. Based on what you've been briefed, what do you think is happening here? And do you think that this is connected or totally random?
Well, I hope it's random.
Of course, when they're talking to Trump, they have all the
reading on that subject. So, yeah, pretty serious
Wall
stuff.
Street with the up arrow next to him.
How is he just now getting briefed on
Well,
it? That's my thing.
Too, there's so much. Like, there's the presidential daily brief that like the intelligence agencies do. I think CIA does it. Like he's I mean, actually, thinking of him, he probably is surfing the web, but it's probably one of those things that.
Yeah, this guy lives on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of corrected myself there where, I don't know. I mean, then again, he's probably being smart for once and he doesn't know it like that much. So he's like, yep, I haven't been briefed yet. Like,
I don't know. I just think there's something more we're missing. And then you have the Pentagon.
It seems that way. Yeah.
The Pentagon completely blew past their deadline to release all those videos that they were supposed to release. Here you got Tim Burchett, who seems like one of the only congressmen who actually gives a shit about this.
Yeah.
Making the Pentagon breezing through your guys' April 14th deadline.
That's par for the course, dude. They're just going to delay until they can get everything covered up. I just don't have much faith. It's got to come from the top. The president's just got to say do it. And it can't be 28 days from now for them to cover everything up. It's got to happen right then.
Well, now they say they're working with Arrow. What do you make of that?
I don't trust them as far as I can throw that dome off the cap. Hey, Tim. Yo.
It's just his voice,
like
but
he seems like
yeah.
He seems like a But it, like that's.
But I mean,
what if he's another plant? You know, like he's
I mean, he could be, but
yeah.
I don't know. But the thing that gets me is what could be so.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, it just feels like it's going to just continue being, kick the can down the road type thing.
Right. But why? That's my question. Everybody is open to the idea of there being aliens and them being here. So what could be so dangerous or such a risk to get out there to the public that they're trying to cover it up and hide it so bad? Like some of those videos on that list of the Pentagon had already been released.
I think more so maybe it's manicuring it, like exactly what we can tell them, exactly what we can't. Because I'm sure there's some shit that if they released would shed light on other things, whether it's religion, like we talked about us going to the moon. Like all of a sudden, it could cascade effect, and then they're like, "Whoa, wait a minute! This has all been bullshit. Like this is all, humans aren't that powerful. Everything we've accomplished has been stolen from aliens." Type, I could see that being like why they're so like, well, wait a minute. If we put this out, then we have to put this out, and then this comes like,
or they just don't want to admit that aliens are demons.
Or that, yeah. Well, that's what I mean on a biblical end. Like they don't want, or it leads to. I've always thought that was one of the big reasons was, even if you don't go the route they're demons or whatever, it kind of, for a lot of religions and a lot of people, it goes face value to discredit religion. Like so many people be like, oh, well, now they admitted there's aliens. Like, well, why doesn't the Bible talk about it? Why doesn't, how did God not know about this? How, blah, blah, blah. And you roll down that, and then maybe it's the Vatican and all these people saying, yeah, you can't do that, man.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a whole bunch of weird stuff that ties in with that too. Like the Vatican having, the Lucifer telescope on Mount Hermon, where the fallen angels came down, all that weird stuff. Another thing I've thought about why they're real worried about releasing this, and it kind of goes into the missing 411, is what if they are just taking people, and there's nothing we can do to stop it.
Well, that was one of my one of our first steps. That was my biggest thing is like I think, yes, we're open to it and people are open to it through Hollywood and through everything else. But then when it comes to something saying like, yeah, they can take you. We can't tell you when, we can't tell you who they're targeting, but at any given moment you can get taken and there's nothing we or anybody can do about it. Like Dark Skies.
We can't stop it.
Like you can try to make it as hard as you want. You can try to do this, but most of the time there's nothing we can do.
Yeah. Missing 411 is probably the creepiest shit to me.
Dude, that whole thing is weird. And it's fascinating, and it's cool that what's his name, dug into it and did all the legwork, because I wouldn't be able to, but it's super interesting. But
I mean,
it's just,
that's my biggest thing is why can't they tell us? Because like we said, everybody believes it nowadays. I don't run into anybody, religious, non-religious, nobody who's like, I don't think aliens are real.
But also that might, what that might be is an easy thing to say.
It could be, but I mean, I just think a lot of people believe it, whether they believe they're actually aliens or whether they believe they're demons.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that way even 10 years ago.
But believing it and knowing it is one thing.
True.
Like if you believe in something, you can't know it. Some guy once said that. I saw it on something. It was like a Jamaican dude. He's like, believing, there's doubt in believing, or not doubt, but like, if you know something, you don't believe it. You believe in like Jesus. I mean, it's not exactly literal.
Yeah, you shouldn't listen to Jamaica guys anymore.
No, but that's like,
I'm just messing with you.
How he relates it. No, I'm saying it's not exactly literal, but how he relates it is like, believing is not knowing. So you can believe in something, and then all of a sudden when it's like, yes, it is real. I still think there's a lot of people that say, oh yeah, aliens are, I believe in aliens. And then when someone comes to them and say, yep, they're here, they might go like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, there's some truth to that, but I don't know. I don't think we're at a stage anymore to where coming out and announcing aliens is going to make, like, people aren't going to freak out.
I don't either, but it does lead you down the path when you're thinking of all the stressors on it, right? Probably certain countries don't want that information coming out. Some probably do. You think of now getting into like the stock market. What the fuck is it going to do? That's another stressor. We don't know. Like people could find out aliens are real and they're here and doing whatever the fuck they want. Well, now, it could have some I don't want to get into stocks, but I think it's all manipulated anyways. Like,
it is. And
now midterms are happening and Trump's in office. All the stocks are setting records and doing it. Like, I've always felt that we're
going to a digital currency anyways.
Yeah,
like it's coming. They're already talking about it. Like, there's no getting out of whatever we're at, $39 trillion of debt. They have to come up with a different system, or when this ship goes down, it's never coming back up. Like, there's no getting out of this hole we're in.
No. And I feel like that's why they're pushing digital currency, because it's the only way to kind of like, it's more make-believe money. It's more that nothing's backed anymore. There's no, but oh yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I think I've seen that. It's a vagina.
Yeah, dude, this is a ritual. You can't tell me this is the only design they could come up for coffee in space was a vagina coffee cup.
Yeah, just drink iced coffee in closed containers.
This is the only thing that will work. Is this design? Get the fuck out of here.
Gotta go nose deep, homie.
She's looking at that a little too intensely.
Yeah,
she's a lesbian. Yeah.
Did you see the other thing? Like with this now, it seems like they're doing like a PR campaign because all this shit's been going around about how it's all fake and all the mistakes in AI and all this stuff. And now they're doing. Is that the lady from the most recent one?
I don't think that's her.
Okay, well the white lady from the most recent one. Was there only one woman?
Yeah, there was only one woman.
Okay. Well, she came out and in one of the conferences and they're pushing it on like mainstream media and stuff that they have a message to the people type thing. And she's like, "Oh, I don't like attention. I don't like, birthday getting sung to me. I don't like any of this." And I talked to my husband on the phone. And basically like this heartfelt and she's like, "We had all your hearts with us up there." Like it's just like, dude, come on. It seems so PR-y and like we need to gain back the narrative. We need to, it's just,
dude, you don't get that job again unless you play ball. They say, "Hey, this is what we're gonna pay you. You got to do what we say." It's that simple. That's why no astronauts ever come out and talk, except for Buzz Aldrin, and they can just play him off as a crazy old man.
Crazy old guy, yeah.
Yeah, crazy old guy.
Because there was another one, I should have pulled it up. I didn't think of it about this talk. Is that she was giving a talk, or was up there getting questions asked and stuff, and she looks like she has an issue, like.
What do you mean? Like a drug addiction?
Waiting? No, like she's waiting for a response on an earpiece or something. Like someone asks her something, and it looks like she's like kind of like that, like waiting and just sitting there awkwardly, and it's weird. I should have looked.
Yeah, dude, this is all WWE, dude. Like all these people are just like they're WWE ring announcers. They're waiting for it's probably actually Vince McMahon who runs NASA. He's in their ear and he tells them what to say, just like he does the announcers for WWE. Like it's all just theater at this point.
Yeah.
What do you want to go into now? I think we covered that pretty good.
Yeah. I'm just
started with the missing scientists, ended with vagina coffee cups, so
I'm just looking for that one real quick.
Okay.
See if there's a quick clip of it. I'm just doing.
Do you think Trump could use disclosure to boost numbers for the midterm?
No, I don't think that would have. I don't think that would affect it. I think it's a big push on. He's right now. He's pushing. His whole thing with the no tax on tips,
which is bullshit. Yeah, I worked so much overtime last year. I got no more money on my income taxes.
Yeah, and
I was working 20 hours a week overtime. Minimum.
And that's more of why I mentioned it. Mention they're pushing, the stock markets are breaking records and like, oh, of course, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Because
let me ask you this.
A week ago, they had a lot of Republicans had fear that the war in Iran was hurting them because polls that they had done prior to were showing a flip. Because usually what happens, just historically, a Republican president gets in.
And then it flips.
Midterms happen and the House flips.
Yep.
Well, they were doing polls and they were finding out, well, wait a second, Republicans, this might be, one of the few times that Republicans are showing a chance, a very strong chance of keeping majority. But now they're panicking because they're saying they think their numbers are getting hurt again. So.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. What if Trump walked out with an alien?
I don't think they have to worry about the midterms at that point, dude. Like if he
I'm saying he walks out with the alien and the alien condemns the Democrat Party.
Then yeah,
I think it's game over.
They're probably he comes out like we've been holding this the whole time. the Democratic Party has gone off the script.
Yeah.
They are now, they cannot be trusted. Now is
We
the
gotta
time
kill
for
'em.
the American people to stand up.
Yeah. It's that old thing, like if you and your friends ran into ET in the woods, like you'd killed them. They're freaks.
Yeah, and like I said, it's at first I'd probably shit myself. I don't know what I would do. I might, just lose consciousness, whatever. But then there's going to be that real tense few seconds where you're just staring at each other like if it were me and you, like, are we going to shoot it? Are we like, what's happening?
Me and my brothers would have bashed ET's head in with a hammer. Like, we would have beat him to death with sticks.
You would have. I know you. You would have fucking.
No, you don't.
And ran away.
No, I wouldn't. I'm fearless. I'm fearless.
You would have had the same response I would have had. Oh shit.
No, I'm not scared of ET.
Sticking around to talk to this shit. I'm going back.
I would get that dude in a headlock and just fucking
his big ass forehead.
Right in his cranium, dude. If they have a cranium, I don't know. All right, we're off topic.
Red fingers you.
Get molested?
Yes. ET's a
Jesus
freak, dude.
Christ.
You saw him cross-dress.
That's true. He was a cross-dresser.
Yeah.
What do you want to get into?
Well,
you want to talk about ticks?
Things. Before we go into that, just more, let's get the dry shit out of the way. More like we're talking about current events, more of just actual, we were talking on Trump, that he's kind of, in a few things I've seen, again, it's not, I don't know, but he seems to be trying to claim that he told Israel to stop with Lebanon. And do you think it'll withstand the ceasefire? I mean, with Lebanon at least?
No.
Okay.
First off, Trump doesn't tell Israel anything. It's the other way around.
Yeah, he's coming out
big
like
dogs
enough is enough type bullshit that,
Yeah, the big dog's got to play ball. If Israel's going to do what Israel wants.
I think so too. I think that's like, him, even if it's lesser than, I think he is heavily influenced by Israel and heavily influenced by other things. But if I'm going lesser than what you think, which I don't really believe that, sorry, me burping, but I still don't think he can control them. I still don't think it's ever a thing where he's saying enough is enough, quote unquote. Like, yeah, okay, Trump. And then
yeah, that's cool of you to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing, I don't think we have anything else on this, but I thought was interesting was, of course, the Charlie Kirk case. That the judge has come out saying that he thinks cameras in the courtroom are, influencing the court case. So what does that lead you to believe? They'll probably start shutting out cameras in the courtroom, and then maybe things will come forth that we would want to know, but we're not going to know.
Yep, 100%. And I mean, we saw that coming from a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
Erica Kirk's asking for a speedy trial. They're coming out saying cameras are influencing the investigation. Yeah. Okay, first off, the kid could have killed him, but it doesn't matter at this point. Even if by some chance he didn't kill him, you are going to the big house for the rest of your life. Yeah, if they don't kill you between now and then.
I think it's at that point, yeah. Like, they've chosen who's going down. And for me, that's more of like whether, Erica Kirk too is like why they're pulling why I feel like cameras will be pulled out, because whether he did it or not, he's going away. They've chosen who it is. He's going away.
Yeah. And they've got his family testifying against him and his tranny boyfriend testifying against him, who, by the way, nobody's ever like cornered like a hit piece. Like, TMZ's never ran up on these people, which is TMZ's whole fucking thing. And nobody's ever done that to these people. Where have they been? I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense.
It's that whole distraction technique, I think.
Yeah.
And on that distraction technique, I wanted to talk about another thing that it was last night or a few nights ago. that Congress did an emergency, you know, they, if you know anything about, anyone knows anything about government, like when they're pushing something, sometimes these people stay till 2, 3 in the morning because they can't.
Yep, they do those late night votes.
Yeah. So they did one and it didn't get through, but they came through in an extension on a surveillance bill or whatever that was put in place. They're extending it for 10 days. They want to do 18. But it's basically allows CIA, NSA, whoever they are, to do, is metadata the right word when I say
yes.
metadata? Like a metadata collection of communications coming from the United States to foreign countries. And I think it's somewhat important because
100%.
I think that's a little bit of it's not targeted. You know what I mean? So it could be, you know, us, like you mentioned it, us talking to Quex. Like that could immediately be boom and is pulled into this. You know, someone calling their grandmother in Italy, boom, pulled in.
Yep.
Whether there's personal
and they
information
always
or
leave
not.
it. And they always leave it vague enough to cover literally anything they want.
Exactly.
Communication.
Exactly.
What's communication?
Yep.
If you're in a Discord chat with one person who's in another country, that counts. If you've commented on a video from another country, that counts. And they're not just going to pull
so
the information.
open-ended. Yep.
Yeah. It's not like they're just going to pull the information from that Discord or that YouTube. They're pulling all your shit.
Yep. Exactly. And so, and again, that happened, and it's not in the headlines, really. I mean, not that I don't really follow mainstream
No,
news,
I didn't know about it till you told me.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things that seems to be like pushed in where, I had mentioned it a few episodes ago where there was the big vote that's in favor for the second and fourth, where it's along the lines of this, but this kind of seems like it's a reach to try to hold some of what they took away. And what we talked about previously was that basically you having a license to carry, a company having the license to produce drugs, a company, and I think some of that original was in support of Big Pharma, because now they can't just immediately investigate you for having that license. You cannot have lesser constitutional rights just because, and that's how it was treated for a while. Just because you can sell guns now, you have lesser constitutional rights because you have that license. But this kind of seems like what they're doing is implementing on the more private sector, not drugs, not these big businesses, of bridging that gap.
Yeah. And I mean, it's been that way forever. Anytime there's a bill, you always hear about it. It's this 1,000-page bill. Nobody can read it all. But what people don't know is even if we have a Republican House and Senate, they could get as much 2A stuff through as they want. But the reality is, even without the Democrats voting, you still have Republicans who have donors who they have to get shit for. So even if their areas, the people they represent, want this bill, they're not going to agree to vote yes unless they get something for it, unless they get something for Big Pharma or for APAC or whatever. Like nobody just says
back to what we said the other night is like, you got to play ball. And if you think
100%.
these guys are representing you and honest, and maybe there are a few out there, but for the most
there's
part,
a few.
Yeah.
No. Like Trump, $243 million from APAC. You don't think that comes with some stipulations?
Yeah, you're holding
200.
Yes.
Yeah,
for sure. And I think that was all the dry shit I wanted to touch on. Oh, there was one thing. Going back 2 episodes, AI and robots. I'll share it. This is in Poland. I don't know if it's by design, but this robot, it looks like it's by design, is doing control of wild boars and is chasing boars
I've
out
seen
of public
this
areas. Look at this shit,
I've seen this.
Look at this shit. It looks like that's what it's meant to do.
It's 100% chasing them. And I will say, This is okay. First off, I don't know if this is the best use of robots, but you're not going to find a person to do that job.
No, wild
You know
boar?
what I mean?
Hell
No.
Hell
Look,
no.
no humans doing that job.
Yeah, those are one of the few animals that are fucking you up. Just like that. That's just how they're wired. They're gonna try to kill you.
Remember when we were in Hawaii and they I wish Mac was on and they ran through our 2-gun while they were sleeping? Yeah.
Dude, boars are they scare me. Like they're
and the Hawaii ones are like domesticated.
Yeah, and they're little like they're just wild pigs. They're not even like big. But one story while we're here, I was out in what was it, East Range? Where was Land Nav?
That's East.
Yeah, East Range, and it was me and I believe Acosta, and it was night Land Nav, and we're walking around, and anyone who's dealt with boars, sometimes they'll hunker down until you're too close. Like they're not always gonna. So we're walking back, and pitch dark, and we probably get less than 10 feet from a big hedgerow where one of the big what did we call them? Gulches were. Gulches, and we're just walking, talking the shit, going back to the grading point, and out of the bushes, like 10 feet from us, these pigs run out. Oh my gosh, it's one of those moments. That's why I'm saying, like, if an ET popped out doing that, same thing. I'm fucking.
Yeah, dude. One night, me and my brother, we were over at my house, and we were just like sitting by the fire drinking. It was over at my other house, the one you were at.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go scare the pigs. And they were sleeping, and I snuck up on them with a flashlight. And they just went. And then I like made a sound. Dude, 400-pound pigs running through the woods at full speed is terrifying.
Yes.
And I knew it was going to happen.
If you don't have eyes on them too, all you're hearing is that weight moving through woods, cracking, rustling.
And they're not slow.
No. Yeah.
No. A 400-pound pig is still faster than me.
And you're feeling that too. If you're close enough, you're not only hearing that, you're feeling it.
Yes.
You're feeling it up.
Yes. Well, I told you about the time I had to tackle one. Didn't I?
No.
So we were taking them to the butcher, and this one we couldn't rope her, me and my brother, and we were running around chasing her, trying to get this rope around her. She was getting tired. We had got it around her. She got loose, and I was finally like, fuck it. And she was exhausted. I just ran up and jumped on her. And luckily she went to the ground, and she was trying to get out. And I'm yelling at my brother, put the rope around her.
I can sign that's.
Oh, dude.
Because
he was laughing.
So happy because I get me too. I would too. I get the mental image of you fucking.
I was so done with it. I'm like, fuck it. I'm either tackling this pig or I'm going to the hospital. One of the two, but I'm done with this shit.
I would have been sitting there laughing at you too. I'm like, no, you got it.
Oh, man.
You got it, dude.
Pigs are awesome. I love pigs. But all right, we need to get back on track here.
Okay. Yeah,
do you want to start this and tell us what you heard about what's going on with ticks up in the Northeast?
So up in the Northeast, this was 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Going into this, I had already heard the rumors and stuff that farmers were finding boxes of like deer ticks, not dog ticks, like for the most part, where no one's ever really worried about, like the North American dog tick or whatever you call it, the big fuckers. Not that big, I know. The deer ticks are the ones you got to be careful of. They're tiny, you can barely see them. Well, this was all coming out, and I go to visit my brother, and my nephew's birthday was coming up, and so he was talking about kids canceling. 2 kids, I think it was 2. It was either one and one prior to it, just in my nephew's class, not in the school. Excuse me, not in, you know what I mean? specifically in my nephew's class, had tested positive for Lyme. And this was early March in New England. So like there was still snow on the ground. And people are testing positive. I mean, the snow was melting, and in where he lives, Topsfield, ticks, sometimes they come out in March, but it's not prevalent enough to where 2 kids in one daycare are testing positive for Lyme.
Yeah.
And the big thing is now Pfizer too is next year is supposed to be fielding, I think it's an mRNA as well, or I could be wrong on that, a vaccine for Lyme disease. And he's in the medical field, and the first time without even bringing it up, and he's like, yeah, it because he knows I'm into this, but he's like, yeah, it's kind of odd because Pfizer's coming out, is about to start fielding this shit. And it's like, where do we live? Like, if this is what's happening and it really seems like that.
It's the same story here. After you told me that, I heard the same thing. My wife, she was talking to one of her friends. Same exact thing. There's an uptick of Lyme disease going on right now. And again, this was in early April. And granted, it's been average April, but me and Rebecca, my wife, were talking about this, and I'm sure you have the same experience. Growing up, I don't remember anybody having Lyme disease.
Yep.
Nobody.
Out of all of growing up, no, I only knew one person, and it was my uncle. That's it. Out of, like you said, it wasn't that. And I where I grew up, I knew plenty of people in deer country and in where ticks are. Like, there was plenty of times we've gone into the woods, we've gone on hikes, whatever, and you're not covered, but you find 6-7 deer ticks on you, not wood ticks, deer ticks.
Yeah.
And that was the big thing. I remember, like, when we would come back,
check yourself for ticks.
Yeah, we're playing outside, especially when we were younger. My parents would be like, all right, we gotta check for ticks. So there was always that. I will say there was always that fear of Lyme disease, but I didn't hear of it that much.
No, not at all. And my thing with this too is like, what are the odds? We always talk about the odds.
Yeah.
What are the odds that farmers are finding boxes of ticks? What are the odds that the military was releasing ticks with Lyme disease? There's an uptick of Lyme disease, and now Pfizer's coming out with this vaccine.
Yep. And then on top of that, you get the whole thing with Bill Gates. And the whole thing with pushing mRNA vaccines, and the whole thing with all of that, it's all lining up. And that's what, I refer to it a lot, whether it's sometimes I go beyond coincidence and I feel more it's like the synchronicities, like everything's coming together, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't believe in coincidence at all. Like you say, synchronicities, but I don't believe in coincidence at all. But let's watch this video. This lady breaks it down a little bit. If we could hear that,
100,000 ticks infected with Lyme disease in the state of Virginia to test how quickly they would move and spread the disease, and then lied about it for 80 years. Check out the newly declassified government documents, and then we can talk more about it, because it's crazy. Did you know that the U.S. military dropped almost 300?
Yeah. Why? Why do we need to test that?
And that just leads to what I was saying, like, last episode. Like, everyone likes to get under this idea that the U.S. government, we're for good. We give all this aid, we do all this stuff, and it's for good. And it's like, well, then, and if it is an actual document, which I need to, look into. I know there's things where you can look up declassified stuff, but for shit like that's testing without consent on the people of the United States. Like, that's shady shit. That's in my book, that's not okay.
No, not at all. All right, I have something right here. Let me pull it up. Let me check.
And that's what I was saying, Schmidt. Like, exactly. Like,
well, this is from the House.gov. Congress tasked government watchdog with researching whether the Defense Department weaponized ticks with Lyme disease as a part of a Cold War era bioweapons program, and hopes to find an origin can lead towards better testing treatments. Representative Chris added the amendment to the fiscal year 2026 to review the government documents from January 1st, 1945 through December 31st, 1972 regarding experiments with two forms of tick-borne bacteria, some word I can't pronounce, and another word I can't pronounce. Hundreds of thousands of New Jerseyans suffering from Lyme disease, in addition to the millions across the United States, deserve to know the truth about the origins of their illness and enhance understanding.
And again, that's one of the things I think me and you and we need to get better at is being able to pull up these documents. Like she's Schmidt said it. You know, she's claiming this stuff, and I know there's ways to do it. I just need to look into it. Is to find be able to look up unclassified documents. But at the same time, I don't doubt it, Schmidt. I don't doubt it one bit that we've done shit like that, and we've done shit like that before. Like that this isn't a new thing. Like a lot of the medical field and my family and stuff. But I think COVID was a test. Like at this point, I don't deny that it was either a social experiment or it was some kind of darker shit.
So it doesn't say anything. This article is the congressional record from September 22nd, 2021. It says, for years, books and articles have been written credibly asserting that significant research at Fort Detrick, Plum Island, and elsewhere was conducted, turning ticks into bioweapons. In her book, Bitten, The Secret History of Lyme Disease and Biological Weapons, Chris Newby includes interviews with Dr. Willie Bergdorfer. That's a weird fucking name. The researcher who is credited with discovering Lyme disease. It turns out that Dr. Bergdorfer was a bioweapons specialist. The interviews combined with access to Dr. Bergdorfer's files reveal that he and other bioweapons specialists stuffed ticks with pathogens in a quest to cause severe disability, disease, and death.
And well, like Lyme disease untreated it's an autoimmune, if I'm not wrong. Like it's a serious, like it's bad. Left untreated, it's bad. And some people.
Well, here's the thing. Here's another thing that's coming out nowadays.
I don't know enough.
I'm going to speak on anything I want to. One of the Facebook groups I'm in, they were okay. They were talking about the uptick in the area, and a few of the people said that their kid or one of the ladies that might have been an uncle or something had recovered from it. I don't ever remember Lyme disease being something
That's what I thought.
that
I thought
you
it was
could
a lifelong.
Yeah, it was a lifelong thing.
I wasn't going to comment on it. I think it's an autoimmune disease. I think it's categorized under that. Like,
well, you remember that one?
Keep
that
going.
one dude
Guess what? I gotta pee.
There's that one dude we used to watch. I can't remember his name, but he was always doing the strongman stuff, and he had Lyme disease, and he had it like for years and years and never could get rid of it. So maybe there's different, levels of it or something that I don't understand because I'm just an idiot. But I don't know. The tick stuff is wild, and something I wanted to show is not only with just the Lyme disease, but you're seeing an uptick in these ticks that are causing allergies to meat. And I find it convenient that Bill Gates, the same guy who works with mRNA vaccine, also just got approved to 3D print meat that doesn't have to be marketed as 3D printed meat. What's the odds of that happening? Okay, thank you, Quex. Quex says it can trigger autoimmune-like issues, but it's not an autoimmune disease. Let me move this out of the way so I can read.
That makes sense. Yeah, and I know I'm pretty sure too with Lyme disease, a bunch of it is the time you catch it in. So if you catch it very early, let me make sure I close my door. You can have a better treatment towards it. Again, not 100% sure.
Yeah. But this article, this is from Organic Consumers Association from June 2025.
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but that meat allergy thing has, you're saying the uptick in it, but it has been around for a long time. Yeah, okay.
But there's a huge uptick.
Okay.
Blood-sucking ticks that trigger a bizarre allergy to meat in people they bite are exploding in numbers and spreading across the U.S. to the extent that they could cover the entire eastern half of the country and affect millions of people. Lone Star ticks taking advantage of rising temperature by human-caused climate crisis to expand from the heartland and the southeast U.S. to areas previously too cold for them. Fuck.
I think Lone Stars are deer ticks, aren't? Or no?
I don't know.
Think they're deer ticks, but that just
but the condition,
like I have to when I walk my dogs, I have to walk through high grass, and around here, there's plenty of deer, there's plenty of all this stuff. Like, I don't want to load these dogs into the car every time I have to walk them. Like, fuck.
No.
I mean, even by you, I'm sure it's worse. You live in bumfuck.
Yeah, there's ticks everywhere. I have to check myself every time I go fishing. But the condition known as alpha-gal syndrome has proliferated from just a few dozen known cases in 2009 to as many as 40 or 450,000 now.
Jesus. Yeah, it's
that's crazy, dude.
It all leads. It all leads just to that feeling that I always go back to, where it's like, still, even if it comes out, the fuck you gonna do about it?
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. What can we do about it? And this goes back to Trump too. Trump draining the swamp, all this stuff. Why do we still have Pfizer doing mRNA vaccines after we saw what happened with COVID? And going back to the meat thing with COVID, do you remember there was a lot of people who couldn't eat meat after COVID? We knew a dude in Hawaii who couldn't eat meat after COVID because he said it tasted like he described it as diesel. Like, I'm assuming what he meant was like chemically.
Yeah. Well,
but
that's
it's
the other
similar
thing.
to this
There's
tick
another
thing.
thing coming out which is now, what we're talking about kind of made it stick in my head, and it's like, holy shit, but the price of meat.
Oh, through the roof, dude.
No, it's supposed to be coming down a lot.
Really?
It's supposed to be, but what if this is all pointing towards everything else?
What if it's all 3D printed meat or fucking Palestinians?
Yeah, either either that, or
I don't even know at this point.
There's going to be so many people that can't eat meat. Price and demand. They don't need these big mega
farms
anymore.
Oh my gosh! I got to stay out of the woods. I can't eat salads my whole life.
I can't imagine. Like, I have gone. Not. Quex can talk about it a little bit. Like, I don't eat as much red meat, but I love it. I love red meat.
Yeah.
And we talked about it with nutrition and everything the other day briefly. It's one of my favorite foods on this planet. I don't eat as much of it anymore, but like I could not imagine not being able to eat it. Like that would kill me. Like,
it would destroy me.
Like, what do I have?
Yeah. It would completely destroy me. Like, there's nothing better than a brisket or some beef ribs, or I could just go on and on and on. But
beef in particular, I've moved away from pork.
Yes.
I love pulled pork. Don't get me wrong.
oh, I love pork still.
It's my
Especially
treat.
after I raise my own, I still got a freezer full of pasture raised
I
pork.
can imagine that.
Next
too.
level.
But it is kind of a hollow meat compared to beef. And Schmidt just mentioned that they have. Do you guys? I don't even know that. How much deer do you guys have up there? Do you have like
a whole shit ton?
No, not
no,
you.
it's all whitetail.
No, North Dakota. North Dakota. Because he's saying they have a shit ton of ticks, but not many deer ticks. They have like wood tick and stuff. But I imagine that might also be climate, because you guys have horrible winters. This dude tells us sometimes he's going to work. Yeah, with wind chill, it's negative 80 degrees. Like, yeah, pretty sure you get a kill off every year of all the insects up there.
Weck said pork is nasty. I would tend to agree with you, but I'm telling you, if you can find pasture-raised pork, it will change your life.
Well, that's right. Especially raising your own. Like if I'm raising my own pigs and I know what I'm feeding them, then I would be. I still just go on the end of it's a treat for me. Yeah. I don't like it that much. I like pulled pork. I like ribs, right?
Yeah, I don't eat it too much either.
It's such a hollow food.
Yeah.
Compared
like I've never been a bacon fan.
Oh, I love bacon.
See, I'm not a bacon guy. I'll have a sausage every once in a while, but I'm not a bacon guy.
And now they're saying they're classifying bacon as a carcinogen or something. I saw that
probably
like a month or two ago. But anyway.
Yeah, Quex and Biricos, those are really good pigs. I had Mangalistas. They're another really good one. But Iberico's like one of the top ones people consider. But by the way, we have 8 viewers right now. I just want to say thank you to everybody watching. I appreciate that. If you guys could give us a like and a subscribe, maybe share it to a few people, we appreciate it. But thank you so much for watching.
You might be.
I'm sure
if you share us to someone else, you know, they might.
Yes, like you'll definitely get hazed by your friends. They'll probably like call you gay or something. But like we appreciate it. I'm sure you saw this. Trump released the picture of him as Jesus.
Oh,
did you see this?
And he tried to say he thought it was a Red Cross message or something.
And then after that, he did another interview where he said, "I didn't do that. Actually, that wasn't me." He either has no PR person or they have the most stressful job in the world.
That's probably what it is. Knowing this motherfucker, like I've always said about Trump, in his first presidency, it's weird to say it that way, but if he had just kept his mouth shut, if he had not gone on social media, if he had just shut up, his numbers would have been so much better.
100%. And here's the other thing. The dude is a troll. Like, I was watching the Vince McMahon documentary series on Netflix, and it covers when Trump went on to WrestleMania.
Schmidt, you can come on right now if you want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Schmidt, if you want to come on right now, let us know. I'll send you a link. But he acts the same way. Like, he knows how to manipulate people. If you go back and you watch those episodes leading up to when he was on WrestleMania, he knew how to work the crowd. He knew how to, get people going. He knew what to say.
Well, that leads you into, a lot of times what makes a good business person is it's not all on the up and up. Like there's some people that, maybe have done that, I'm sure have done business that are good people. But you learn how to manipulate people. Like the Art of Manipulation is a book that everyone should read. And it just
Trump wrote his book, The Art of Winning, I think it is.
Exactly. Like you.
And here's the thing, though.
Have to be.
You can be you can be a successful businessman and be a good person. But can you be a successful businessman at that level and still maintain your moral values? I don't think you can. You don't come back from negative $900 million and be successful.
That's what I mean. And I think when you can we'll give our levels of success, right? I feel a lot of the time you're not going to build billion-dollar success without cutting someone's throat, without stepping on people, without being able to look at people for less than people. Yep. I don't see you, and that's the thing, and that's my always, like, even in tactics, like when you look at military tactics, like, you're a number, not a person. Like, you know, you're a company commander, you have to make a breach. Traditionally, you have to make a breach. You're expecting 50% losses.
I think it's higher than that. If you're the first company in, I'm pretty sure it's like 80.
It's something, but like as that commander, it's like, okay, well, okay. Like,
yeah, dude. That's one of those situations where I'm glad I'm not an officer, you know. But at the same time, I get to be the guy who goes through the breach, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I would almost rather be that guy than the guy that has to make that decision to send a bunch of dudes through there, you know.
Yeah, and that's where I think it would be, and I feel for a little bit in a wartime as a company commander. Because more so when you get to battalion and brigade, they're like, yep, okay, you know, ACO.
Yeah, they're sitting in their fucking...
Fuck, like ACO commander that we've known, there's been good commanders, right? That knows your name, or at least knows your face. And then being that company commander being like, oh.
Yep.
All right, guys.
You start to lose your interpersonal ability once you get above that company commander level. You're sitting in a talk, you got your coffee pot and your S shops around you. Like, you're just making decisions at the end of the day. You know the company commanders, the PLs, the platoon sergeants, but you don't know the fucking privates.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this video and listen to Trump lie about pretending to be Jesus while he's got a...
And I will say JC has been here, Schmidt. He's been in here a few times. I got to stand up for
No, haze that man. Haze him.
Go ahead.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, JC. This is a bad trait. But let's listen to Trump talk about how he didn't post an image of him as Jesus with the demon ball behind him.
Some Catholics were not so happy about the image of you looking like the Pope.
Oh, I see. You mean they can't take a joke? You don't mean the Catholics. You mean the fake news media. Not the Catholics loved it. I had nothing to do with it. Somebody made up a picture of me dressed like the Pope, and they put it out on the internet. I did post it, and I thought it was...
This video came out before that last one.
Okay, hold on.
This video you're seeing came out before the last one.
I know. I'm just, you know me, I'm playing both sides. He's not saying he made it. He's saying he posted it.
Yeah, that's the same shit.
I know. It's a little less. Like, if he was like, yeah, I made it, and I posted it, like, then it's kind of like, whoa. But me, I'd be that asshole too, though, to an extent.
Well, here's the thing, though. He did make it, because the original one didn't have this winged figure in the background. It had a soldier in the background, and then somebody changed it to have this fucking angel or demon or whatever it is in the background.
Fucking ball in the background.
Yeah.
Me as a doctor. That's not me that did it. I have no idea where it came from. Maybe it was AI, but I know nothing about...
He posted it on his account.
Yeah, but he's in this specific clip, he's saying he didn't make it.
Oh, he posted it though. It doesn't fucking matter.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes I think he's really smart, but he's also an idiot in that sense that he speaks so literally. Like,
look, I think
just there in his head, he's saying, "Yeah, I didn't make that."
Yeah. I don't know. I think he could have posted it to be a fucking troll because he's got this beef with the Pope going on, which I don't think is healthy for the country. You know, the largest religion in the country is Catholicism, and in the world. I don't know if that's incredibly healthy. I'm not a Catholic, but, you know, I don't think that's a great way to go, is to lie about the Pope. And we can pull up this clip of Trump just lying and saying that the Pope said...
That's one of his short his very big shortcomings too is he's so fucking petty. Like,
oh, 100%.
He's gonna make it his way or no way. Like
yes.
If he loses at face value, he's gonna get you in some other way. Like he's some dude that will never shut up. Like, dude, you just got punched in the face and knocked out. Yeah, well, you baby, like. Go ahead.
Schmidt. Okay. All right. Hold on. Talk for a little bit. I gotta send Schmidt an invite. All right.
Oh God, talk a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk about Trump being the Antichrist.
Yeah. So here's the thing with Trump. Like, do I think he's done good? Yes. Do I think he's a good person? Not really. And this was the thing I was talking to you guys about when you did the whole. I forget when it was you and Ty, I believe. But like everything that he's done in South America, in Iran, he said he was going to do. He put it in the National Defense Strategy or whatever the document is called. He put it out there, and it's all, and that's kind of what he's doing. It's all moving. I don't think it's gone to plan, and now it's fucking them over a little bit, but it's all moving out of the Middle East and focusing on China. Like China is the one we have to try to not fight literally, but like combat here. And essentially, like through actions he's taken, we've almost gotten China out of the Western Hemisphere.
I mean, no, you're right. Even with these blockades, like when he did that blockades, I was like, oh shit, that's a fucking smart move.
Yeah.
Because now everybody's got to get their oil from us. And Jonathan White, I have no clue who that is, by the way, says that he's the king of the trolls. And I think there's 100% some validity to that.
Yeah.
But Schmidt, I sent you an invite here. I'm going to play this video real quick. This is of Trump saying that I'll just play it.
Is that my internet?
No, I don't. I have to do what's right. The Pope has to understand that. Very simple. I have nothing against the Pope. His brother's MAGA all the way. I like his brother, Louis. I'm not fighting with him. The Pope made a statement. He says Iran can have a nuclear weapon. I say
he never said that.
That's what I remember you mentioning that to me. Where did the Pope say this? Like, where is like
the Pope? He never said Iran can have a nuclear weapon. He's such a fucking shithead.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean,
and there's people out there who will just be like, yeah, I mean, the Pope said you can have a nuclear weapon. I'm on Trump's side. The Pope never said that.
Oh, and for sure there is. And like, you know, whoever this white person is, anyone who carries that last name is a little questionable to me. But
hey, you be careful. You're talking to the king,
the troll, the king of all trolls. Like, and that's what I mean. Like, and I think part of being a troll is being petty. Like, he is so incredibly like, yep, okay, I'm gonna fuck you in some way, somehow. Like, I'm gonna get your ass.
It goes back to that book he wrote, The Art of Winning. The dude can't take an L. Like, and if he perceives that he does,
yeah,
I might be a little bit that way myself, but I'm also not a Zionist scumbag, so I'm not going to put myself in the same boat as him. But it goes, you know, everybody's talking about JD Vance running for office in 2028.
Yep.
And he's telling the Pope should be careful about speaking about matters, you know, that aren't theology. Why? He's the fucking Pope. He's supposed to give guidance to his people, you know? I don't know. I'm not a Catholic.
I think JD Vance is a fucking snake in the grass, dude.
Oh, he's 100% a snake. His largest donor was Peter Thiel. That tells you everything you need to know. Same thing with Ramaswamy, who's running in Ohio. Peter Thiel, golden boy. Peter Thiel, whose granddaddy was a Nazi, fled to South America and worked in a uranium mine to get Israel uranium to test their bomb. That's the guy who backed J.D. Vance, the guy who sold Palantir to Israel, and they're now using that. Oh, hold on. What's going on? What's going on?
Something just happened on my side too. I mean, not you, just in my house. So something just.
Oh, okay. It said a mic issue. Maybe I'm yelling or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably too relaxed, dude. Calm down.
I get amped up sometimes. I can't help it, especially when I've been drinking my beat boxes.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this.
So I think this segues very well into our next question.
By the way, this is the TPUSA guy. Don't know how much. Oh, Schmidt's here. Let's let him in.
Oh no.
All right, Schmidt, you're in. His looks like you're muted.
He might be muted. He might be muted until he wants to talk.
Okay, Schmidt, I unmuted you. A few ground rules. Don't use the N-word. Schmidt's not there.
I would just mute him until he comes back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now I'm regretting letting this person in. Okay. We'll just Schmidt, leave a comment when you're ready to talk. We'll play this video.
Himself, no?
I don't
Question
know.
here. You are a practicing Catholic. You're
to clarify, you told me to mute your friend.
Despite your language, you're attempting to be a faithful Catholic.
That's right. That's right.
How hard is it to unmute him?
I'm working on it.
God.
All right, Schmidt, you're unmuted. You're also not talking. All right, we're going to play this video. Once you figure out your audio, say something.
I think it was well placed, if I may say.
It.
I'm sure you've seen that the Vatican and the Pope and the President have been in the news lately. So as a Catholic, what does it feel like to be, in the middle of that?
I thought it was going to be an easy question.
What's the point of laughing at that? You knew this was the fucking question.
It's a space builder. He's building space.
Yeah, this is theater.
Come up with an answer. Yeah.
It's a nice suit, though. I'll give him that.
This is kind of a tough question here.
Nope, no easy ones there.
So here's the thing about this. So first of all, you will sometimes hear people say, "Well,
you got a camera as
the Vatican, the church."
Oh, we can see the legend himself. Do you have a shirt on?
Yeah,
it's okay if you don't.
Yeah, I do. I left it on just for this.
Okay, good.
I'm allowed to drink in here, right?
Oh yeah, we've been.
Yes. If you haven't heard me slurring my words, of course you're allowed to drink.
And holding up things he doesn't have ad privileges to.
What are you talking about?
I can. Well, this would be it's like a free grain belt.
This episode is sponsored by Beatbox.
Yeah.
Grain belt elite. Beatbox. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna play this video.
I don't know how to get my.
Whether it's the Protestant church, the Catholic church.
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
I'm not. Oh wait, looks like he's figuring it out
now. It was working in Discord. I was in with JC, so.
You might have to shut it off in Discord
too.
Yeah, I did. That's the reason my mic wasn't working either.
Yeah.
So I backed out of all the Discord stuff. So. While recording, visual effects can't be changed. That's not
They should preach the gospel. They should ignore public policy. I actually don't agree with that. I actually think that it's a good thing when Christian leaders, whether they're Catholic or Protestant, part of preaching the gospel is talking about how the gospel applies to the issues of the day. So I've never been one of these people who say that you should never have, Christian leadership not talking about politics, or frankly, political leaders not talking about their Christian faith. But I do think that we have to remember that, each of us has our own role. I'm the Vice President of the United States. The fundamental way I understand my role is that I'm trying to take the lessons, the moral truths that are rooted in Christianity, and I'm trying to apply them to a whole host of complicated real-world scenarios. Thank you.
Thank you.
he's in a convenient position.
He is 100%, and that's why so much of me, like, there's so much that I just feel like that dude's a snake in the grass. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's in that convenient position to where he can play both sides and stay safe for that 2028 election. Oh, Schmidt left. You still got the invite, Schmidt. You can always just join back in. But JD Vance is very smart with just seeing what he's saying here and all that. He's very smart. He's not gluing himself to Trump, and he's not gluing himself to
it's common tactics, though. Like,
there we go. Got to fix that.
Oh, there he is. It's
all right. There you are.
You know what I mean? Like, they
can I
go
blur
by,
my background or no?
A little bit.
You should be able to.
Oh, it went away. I don't know if they went quiet, but you're good. Even if we hear a little, it's.
Well, I just was the visual. I can't change the visual effects.
Usually, you can blur your background.
That's what I wanted to do. Got stuff going on back there.
That's all right.
All right.
Listen.
You can always, if it bothers you, can always just turn it off and just be audio.
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
It's a playbook, though. Like, that's my big thing is that, like, if you think he doesn't have, that they don't all have this, like, don't connect to this issue. Don't do this. Like, it's a political playbook. Like, he doesn't have to be in the light. He doesn't have to do anything. All he has to do is further his career. All he has to do is sit down and shut up, really. And if Trump is successful, then guess what? It's just going to pole vault him further. It's
Yep. And if he's not successful, he can do the Kamala Harris thing.
Yep. Exactly.
Because Kamala Harris, when she got put in position after everybody realized Joe Biden was a fucking robot or something, she just said she wouldn't do the stuff that Joe Biden did. So
it's not nice to
JD
talk
Vance
about dementia patients that way.
Well, I don't think he was a dementia patient. I think he was a clone or something. I don't know.
Poorly coded.
Dementia. I think it was just age.
Clearly
that's
mentally
the big thing for me, and that's where I think it will push someone like Vance further. Right? Is I think a lot of people are realizing that 80-year-old dudes ain't it.
The only thing they're good for is blue waffle parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the problem is the whole government is ran by senior citizens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a prime example of that is what Mitch McConnell a couple years ago. I mean, where he's on stage and he just
he's just and he's always falling down. And these are the people who are running this shit.
Can't even go to the grocery store under his own power, yet he decides what we can and can't do. And
I will understand physical isn't always it. Like, with age comes wisdom, but then there's a flip to that.
Right, but at a certain age, at a more progressive age, it becomes degeneration of mental capacity along with the physical stuff. There is that middle ground where you get the experience and you're losing your physical abilities, but then it falls off quickly and mentally as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this guy, he not only is he not physically there, he is not mentally there. And I hate to make fun of an elderly person, but he's not
open,
there.
But the lights are not on, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't hold back with this guy. So many times. That's why I did it.
That's what he does.
Imagine if we tried to have a conversation and dudes, when they weren't talking, were doing that shit.
Yes.
It wouldn't go well.
Like you couldn't, like, in my job, like, yeah, is it an important job to the company that I'm in? Yes, but it has no global impact. And somebody with that kind of mental capacity could not do my job. And he has a job that
That's a
has
good point.
literal
That's a good
global
point.
impact,
Yeah.
and he's allowed to be just
that's a very good point. If
a
they were
wet paper
working
towel?
anywhere else, they would be a liability. They would be an issue. They would be fired or retired,
100%.
medically retired, whatever the case may be. We can let them down softly, right? Like,
yes. I worked at a manufacturing plant. He would be fired because he's unsafe, but yet he's allowed to decide where billions of dollars.
National policy.
Yes.
He has a vote on national policy. Like,
yes. I wanted to kind of hop into this too, because I don't know if you saw it, but Trump released this basically small book, this bookend of just going scorched earth on Tucker, Meghan, and Candace and Alex Jones.
so the people who got him fucking elected.
Exactly. And that's my thing is like,
I haven't heard.
Fox,
I mean, I've heard murmurs about it, but I haven't heard much.
That's my thing is like Fox News didn't get Trump elected. It was the podcasters, the Tucker Carlsons, the Candace Owens, the Joe Rogans. They got him elected.
Well, I'll say Fox helped.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Well, and all the racists that voted for him,
Well, yeah, but they're watching Fox.
And now they're watching Inside with Israel, and they're like, God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
He's working with the Jews.
He's working with them dirty Jews.
Whoa. I don't know if, I mean, you're saying it in jest, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all in context.
Mossad, I do not live, or... I'm being funny. Go ahead.
Send them my way as long as it's in January.
Show.
I'll be good.
I thought this was a video.
No, absolutely not. It's a slideshow. But
why,
again, he's doing the same thing. I'm going to read it.
Okay.
It's good. It's the same thing he did about the Pope. I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have been fighting for me for years, especially by the fact they think it's wonderful for Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon. None of them said that. They're stupid people, low IQs. They know it. Their family knows it.
Oh my God! What?
That's aggressive.
Yeah, you're
stupid.
You're stupid, and your children think you're stupid. It's so fucked up. And this is the president. He says, "Look at their past. Look at their record. They don't have what it takes, and they never did. They've all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. They're nut jobs, troublemakers, and will say anything necessary for some free, cheap publicity."
Listen,
and
if
there's
I get that much publicity, count me in.
Yes. And then it goes into this where he thinks 100% of MAGA approved with the war with Iran. MAGA agrees with me and just gave CNN, which it's ironic that Trump is quoting CNN as a credible source, 100% approval rating of Trump. Not
what the fuck is going on
fools,
right now?
Hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson who couldn't even finish
As
college.
I'm flailing my hands.
Yeah.
Him talk. Oh my Lord. Yeah. The script is flipped. It's weird.
And then he attacks Alex Jones. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, who says some of the dumbest things and lost his entire fortunes, as he should have, for his horrendous attack on the families of Sandy Hook shooting victims, ridiculous claiming it was a hoax.
About this one.
Yeah, I seen that, dude. That was wild.
Yeah, they sued him for like more than the national GDP of France or something crazy.
And they won that one, didn't they? If I remember right.
It looks like they're going to.
Fuck it. He's just going to become even more unhinged, and he'll hit the dead man switch that he probably had something.
No,
This is what happens when you put yourself in a corner, though, and you're not willing to change your opinion. Like,
as much as I somewhat like, hey, give us a sponsorship too.
Grain Belt Elite. Stay thin and drunk.
As much as a lot of the times I think Alex Jones is just too fucking much. I think a lot of things, I mean, a lot, I might get shunned for this or talk shit, call me a piece of shit, but I think he's done a lot of good. He has
100%.
woken up a lot of people, whether what he said is bullshit or not. He's brought people into the fold of questioning shit. Don't take it as face value. Ask questions.
Yes.
I'm a little intoxicated, so I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah.
Oh, you were just citing about how good Alex Jones is as a person in general, and
no, I was not saying that. But I was,
well, no, what you were talking about, you were saying how that you also don't think that any children died during Sandy Hook.
Yeah, that's how I took that. Yeah.
I'm gonna get text tomorrow because of this. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. All right.
No.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, you don't know who this is?
No.
This is the guy. Just wait. I'm going to tell you exactly who this is.
Let's hear this.
And Jonathan White, I don't know who's watching over at the house, but you might want to mute it for this next part. This is the guy who's backing. This is the guy who's backing Trump. He's a rabbi who sells dildos with his daughter.
Hell yeah, Rabbi, let's get it. Oh my God.
Rabbi Shmuley is his name. You can look up the videos of him. He has
Rabbi Shmuley?
Rabbi Shmuley, who has promoted his daughter's sex store that is in Tel Aviv on his channel, comes out and says the Pope is wrong, Trump is
the
wrong.
Pope is violating the Bible, and President Trump is keeping it. Yep. And I'm saying that, thank God, I would have been put to death by the Catholic Church, burnt alive a few centuries ago. Luckily, Lady Liberty, can I see it? Right, it's right. Sorry, right there. That's Lady. That's the Statue of Liberty.
Centuries
Tiny.
ago. Hell,
Luckily, I live in a free country, but I have nothing against the Pope.
Just by the
I knew
Germans.
Pope
That might have been a
Francis
little.
and had an audience.
That might have been a little forward.
It was only like 60 years ago. What's this guy talking about?
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of a guy named Hitler, but
well, you know, if you don't take, you know, if you put the burning people aside, he wasn't a bad leader. Can you imagine having the power to get a nation behind you to agree that burning an entire civilization is the best way to go about life?
Listen,
like,
you know what you're saying. What you're saying, Schmidt, is something I have said for a long time. If you look at the, listen.
What he did is terrible.
What he did is terrible, but you cannot deny the fact that he was a polarizing leader. He got
Why
a million.
is your camera so zoomed in right now, Schmidt?
I don't
Leave
know.
it alone. He looks great. He's got a great face.
He does. He's got a great beard too.
But Hitler was getting million-person crowds in the 30s when not everybody had a car. There wasn't social media. You know, people were walking to this.
They had to want to be there. They didn't accidentally show up.
Yeah.
Queck said it too. He said centuries ?
Yeah.
I can't see.
And
chat.
also,
I didn't know where do
I see it on my phone. I don't.
Oh,
we need to come up. I mean, we like this platform because it's working and it's easy for us right now. But it would be nice for all of us to be able to see that. But I tune into YouTube where I know you guys are really. Yeah.
Right. I see the YouTube where I can see the chat.
You know, I
broke out.
There's
Wex also said.
Okay, go ahead, Jordan.
About the books that they were burning. You know, that was the big thing. They were burning books. Well, what books were they burning? It was a lot of transgender stuff.
And that's
that was getting pushed during the Weimar Republic.
That's the thing they've kept from us for so long is all this shit. His translated speech is just now really coming out. No one really took the time in past generations to translate his speeches. And I'm not, don't quote us on this. There was potentially, I'll say potentially bad shit going on. But I mentioned this the other week, I think, that there's been interviews with these old World War II German vets that come out and say, like, no. Like, we weren't trying to do this. We were Like the whole message was saving Europe from a perverse ideology. And you go into these other things that, again, back to what I was saying was that it wasn't commonly known what he was saying in his speeches. People didn't translate it back in the day. They didn't see what he was saying. And now that with AI and with it just social media, people are understanding and hearing what he was saying in his speeches. And then two, so much stuff, like you mentioned it to me the other day with some of the shit I was sending you, is like, why all of a sudden is this okay on social media? But these videos and these things have been out for 20, 30 years. You know, that they've done LiDAR, ground penetrating radar, all this shit on all these and I've always kind of felt this way on all these concentration camps, not on the grounds only, in the forests around them. Where are the bodies? Like, I understand I understand this stuff, but they weren't using, you know, hydrochloric acid. They weren't disposing, or where are all the millions of bodies? Like there's and then the other video I sent you of coke, like a lot of the thing that they said they were using to cremate the bodies, like how they cremated the bodies. The amount of coke, not cocaine, relax guys.
Yeah.
But where was it in these aerial surveillance footage that they had back in the day that were still pretty good? You know, anyone who's used a good camera knows that. Where's all the tens of thousands of tons of coke that they would need to cremate all these bodies?
I mean, it goes into that. And then I've seen videos of one of the rivers where they said a bunch of, you know, Jewish people were drowned. I think it was the Dnieper River. They were calling for it to be excavated to get all the bodies out of there. And then when they started searching the river, they found no bodies. And then they immediately outlawed it to search for bodies. So, I mean, there's something into that. But I want to go back onto a point you made about the interviews with the German soldiers and kind of play devil's advocate.
I'm listening, but I got to pee again.
Okay. I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit here and say, like, as a low-level soldier, do you really know what's going on? Like, especially when you're talking like, you know, Army-level operations. Like, you don't really know what's going on. They can tell you anything.
Right.
But I mean, there is a lot of, I mean, it was, what is it now? 80 years ago? More than that. I mean, it ended in 45. So 80 plus years ago. Like, and it was so much easier to control information back then than it is now.
Right. I mean, aside from a newspaper that would have to get physically circulated, there was really no way for the general public to know of the happenings. And when you control what goes out there, I mean, they can literally control what happens and what is told to the people.
Right. I saw an interview with a Holocaust survivor victim, and she said that I wish I could pull it up real fast, but she said that the photos that the Russians put out were fake, because she said when she was
I have 2 points.
Rescued from the camps, that there was no snow on the ground.
A Ukrainian woman too said that the gas chambers, they were like, it was a sterilization. It was not. They were saying it was she was a survivor, and she was saying we went there, we expected it to be gas, and it was sterilization, delousing, whatever you want to call it. The other point you mentioned, that, you know, the privates thing. And it really made a connection to me with that guy that was giving you shit in the comments the other day. That, remember the dude you were going back and forth with in one of the comments? That you said you worked at McDonald's and
on my TikTok. Yeah. The guy who asked me if I serve my country to post a TikTok.
Yeah. So the big thing is, like, and that's why, and for good reason, you know, in war crimes and stuff, you couldn't try everyone who was in the German army. Because, and you see this in America today. There's that blind national pride, right? There's that blind that I'm doing this where there'll always be that connection. I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for the better of my country. I'm doing this and they don't really see past that. And that's why, of course, in Nuremberg, they were never tried, or Nuremberg, whatever it was, because you can't, because there's only, and that just leads to the belief of the problem when you come to these big systems like governments, and people are so easily steered and so easily fooled. And I think now is a perfect, experiment or study on that, is where you're getting so many people in America and in other countries. Again, proud I'm an American, happy that I was born here, not in Africa or but so many people that are blindly
why did you pick Africa?
Because would you want to be born in working a cobalt mine in Nigeria?
I mean, by the color of our skin, we would be South Africans, and we would be pretty high on the hog down there. You know what I mean?
Well, right now,
South Africa's not too bad.
We're the right color to be down there.
No, they're public.
Yeah, they're getting killed right now.
We're doing current events. Yeah. And there's videos of I'll say it, black South Africans, black Africans that are saying, yeah, we're gonna kill you. Like,
they're taking over the farmland and everything. Yeah.
But it just goes to show that you get these people, and I'm sure because of our content and because of how we talk, we'll see plenty more of them. And because of our talks on Trump and stuff, there'll be plenty more of them. Blah, 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 blah. Like, well, think about it, man. Look at the bigger picture. You're not looking. You're solely thinking, well, just because of him. Like,
yeah. Well,
go ahead.
Something to play into your point is, and this is an interesting video I saw, and it's a thought I 100% believe is, at the end of the day, soldiers will follow orders. And there's no evidence that a single German soldier was executed for refusing to execute Jews or POWs or anything like that. And that's to go to the point is that they willingly did it. They were allowed to drink, they were allowed to take breaks, but at the end of the day, they still did it. And that goes to the point of is like, at the end of the day, you're going to follow orders for the 99% of people.
I mean, exactly. And I had to talk about this with one of our leaders one of the times. I don't know if you were there or not. And one of you or Ty were there, but he was someone just went real loud all of a sudden. But
I think it was Schmidt.
Sorry.
Oh, he just went close to his mic. That's
no. My stuff it's picking up my webcam.
No, it's good. It only did for a second, Schmidt.
Well, I'm adjusting some stuff to try and get to my headset mic because it's a better mic than that's in my webcam.
Okay.
And it like auto defaulted to that for some reason.
But is this what you were gonna play, Jordan, or is this something different?
No. Go ahead. This is something after.
But this leader, I don't like to say names or anything, but this leader, pretty much, I had an argument, and this was during COVID when we had to do this style with our whole unit or our whole platoon, and talking about how I brought up the question: would you go door to door and like under gunpoint, like make an American citizen do something, like, and it was something trivial. And this leader said, well, to the victor goes the spoils. And that was another moment to me. It was like, what? And it was controversial, but at the same time, it was proving my point that, like, you're willing to go put a gun in someone's face over something stupid. I think it was the vaccine. You have to take the vaccine. Well, like, and his only thing was to the victor goes the spoils. And
which is crazy.
That's crazy.
And this is a young leader, not enlisted.
But, I mean,
would say. Like, this was a young commissioned leader that went through a premier military leadership.
I saw that happen. I saw that happen in my unit when I was refusing to get it. I remember when it was experimental and you didn't have to get it. I was standing in front of my platoon, and my first sergeant called up everybody who went to get it, which was like 10% of the company. And he said something along the lines of, no. He said, these guys are doing the right thing. And then he pointed to everybody in the formation who hadn't got it. He said, you are all the problem. And it just went on from there, you know, forcing us to go clean ranges because you didn't have the vaccine and shit like that. It just went up and up, calling us to have meetings and telling us we were the reason soldiers were dying in the 4th Infantry Division. Shit like that, dude.
And that's just a very small example of what they do to the whole country.
Yep.
That's
by the way,
mental warfare.
I'll plug mine.
100%.
If you guys want to give us a sponsorship, sure.
I'll give you a knob, Creek.
I'll
knob your creek.
All right, I don't know if you saw this clip, but it's hilarious. Again, this is just another leader in power who wants to be.
I don't know how long. Sorry, I don't know how long ago he said it, but he said, "Remember, history is written by the winner."
And 100%.
It's been one of my biggest things with religion, with everything.
Yeah.
Is that you claim to know stuff, how much shit has been erased. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. So this video is from Pete Hegseth, and he's going to quote a Bible verse. But again, it goes into this whole PR thing. How's nobody checking this shit? Because what he's actually saying is a quote from Pulp Fiction.
Pete Hegseth.
So the prayer is CSAR 2517, and it reads, and pray with me, please. The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
And you will know my name
Go back
is
to
the
his
Lord.
quote. I want to look up the verse. Have you done this?
No, because it's not a real quote. He quoted Caesar something. Listen.
So the prayer is CSAR 2517.
CSAR 2517. That's not a book in the Bible.
And that's the wrong way. It should be 1725. Like that's how the like 2517.
This is somebody who just wanted to say some cool shit. That's exactly what this is. He's like, give me some cool shit to say.
He should have said
the first thing I pulled up, fact check. Pete Hegseth did not falsely present. It's from Ezekiel 25:17.
It's not the direct quote though. I already saw that.
Okay. I just wanted to do my okay. But I mean, here we go. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
There's no playing devil's advocate for somebody using the word aviator to quote the Bible.
It's paraversing. It's.
He's a dork.
I mean, he is a dork. I will say he is a fucking dork.
I'm gonna go get whiskey.
Excuse me, I burped in the mic again. I tried to do better this episode.
You're good. I wish Mac was here because he would love this video.
You know how I feel about old Petey boy.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, yeah, they call it CSAR 25. He meant to reflect Ezekiel 25:17. Let me pull it up and read it for transparency. You know what I mean?
Yep. So pull it up and read it, and then we'll play it again.
Oh, I just had a nice fart too. Oh. Okay. So Ezekiel 25:17 states, if the shit stops popping up on my screen, I will carry out great vengeance on them and punish them in my wrath. Then they will know that I am the Lord when I take vengeance on them.
Okay.
Was that good?
Now
Can
let's
I be a preacher. My inflection was
yes,
a little off.
Yes, you can. I would go to your church as long as you don't have an Israeli flag in it. All right, now let's listen to what he said again.
But I need the money.
So the prayer is CSAR 25:17.
Well, if you get an Israeli flag in your church, you will for sure get money.
And it reads, and pray with me, please. The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's fucking
It's not
crazy.
That is not the same
when
shit.
When I say paraversing, that is fucking wild. Okay. All right, you win. You win this one. Hats off to you. God damn. He went out there a little bit on that one.
Sorry, I had to.
Sorry. Taking his name. Whatever. Oh, it's the live.
So,
don't.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
And we're gonna get double sponsored here. We got some Pendleton.
Yeah. Reality, we're gonna get kicked off here for anti-Semitism. That's what's gonna happen.
And Yeti
or killed.
Yeti branded drinking ware.
I will not kill myself. Anyone who's listening.
In game.
This is something I wanted to get into because I want to show this.
2 or 3 fingers.
And then I want to show what is classified as anti-Semitism.
Oh my God!
Should have just drunk the bottle.
This shit. When you're getting into this shit blows my mind that
and these laws are here too. That's my biggest point. They're in 40 states of the United States.
Because you get into Ukraine, you get into that, like, they have always been heavily. That whole area has had a bigger influence of Judaism than the United States. And it just gets into my argument of, yeah, there's religious freedom, but there's also pulling in, to the beliefs and the commonality of the country you're in. Sidebar, but
100%.
Go ahead. Yes.
No, and I mean, it's like these are the only people you cannot question.
They're the victim. I've said that before.
Yes.
They're always the victim, no matter what.
100%. I mean,
yeah.
It's so hard not to talk about this subject because you automatically get labeled an anti-Semitic or a Holocaust denier. Like all this shit, but like,
and I will say there was some heinous in shit, but do I think? And I will say this, and I will stand on it. Do I think the numbers match up? No.
I mean, I think it's naive to think that they could have an accurate record in the 1940s after a world war.
In the fact there was nothing allowed, like you said. There was these videos that have been out for years, like 20, 30 years, probably going back further. And especially in America, I don't know about other countries, I can't talk to it, but in America, we had no access to this media. These things about people going and doing LiDAR in the 80s and doing, or maybe not in the 80s, in the 90s, whatever, and doing all this shit and disclaiming all this shit. We had no access. I remember in middle school, we had a survivor come with the tattoo and everything and give this big speech.
Really?
Like there was nothing other than this happened. And I don't doubt that there was horrible things that happened. Okay, guys, like I'm not in that boat to where I'm saying this was all false. I am in the boat that I will say I don't think the numbers match up. I don't think it was possible, or it just doesn't add up to me.
So you had a Holocaust survivor come to your school
in middle school. We went to, I forget what date it was. It was probably on something. You know what I mean? And, they were old. Remember, I'm a little older than you guys. And, they came in and talked. They had the tattoo, everything, and gave this whole big speech. And there was never anything to fight for the, I wouldn't even say the other side, just to contradict it at all. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who can relate to this. Media, anything. There was never anything that remotely whispered at that this did not happen. Yeah. Or that the numbers were falsified or anything.
I mean, think about it. If one side is stating the Holocaust happened, how are you going to be framed if you're like, I don't think it actually happened in the time? You know, like there's that's a actual no-win situation.
100%. Exactly. No, I agree. People couldn't stand up. They couldn't because it was blacklist.
Yeah. Hitler took these people to this place and burned them to death. Well, Hitler had the people, he had the place, and there was no evidence at the time to refute that what he was doing was burning them.
So we had 20, 30 years of built evidence that there was no counter evidence.
Right.
And so, yes, standing up would have gotten you immediately ostracized. Like you were immediately shut down. But
I
go ahead.
I was going to say, first off, nobody here is saying that the Holocaust didn't happen. That's not what we're questioning.
Agreed.
Yes,
like
100%.
We're discussing the finer points of the situation.
Yes. Yep. I've been to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. It's brutal, for sure. They don't hold anything back. What we're saying is what'd you say?
I said he was bringing him to Washington.
No.
I didn't know that.
I
didn't know that. And now they're all here. What the frick?
But what we're saying is it's incredibly obvious that, or not obvious. What's the word I'm looking for? It would be incredibly unlikely that they could be confident that the number they're giving is actually accurate, considering the length of the war it went for, all that stuff. Yes, 100%.
And when you look into what was being pushed, when you take apart numbers and all of that, sorry, I'm being me, and all of that, and you look into how media works, how propaganda works, how all of this works in other countries, let alone our own, it only makes sense to embellish. No, embellish isn't the right word, but
embellish is right.
It may not be the word you're thinking of, but it fits.
Yeah, to up these numbers, to create a demon, to create a national come together to go against this thing. It works better to up numbers. It only works better. And you think of everyone who is against them, everyone on Allied. Same thing goes for all of them. It only works to up those numbers, to make them. It's a historical thing. We've done it. Everyone's done it. Propaganda is a very powerful weapon. So when
100%.
When you add that on top of it, yes, the Holocaust happened. Yes, people were wrongfully killed and exterminated, I would say. But I just think the numbers don't add up. It's plain and simple. Like,
and to go on into.
And the thing that they've used it for years, and the thing that it keeps going in today's day and age, that someone can throw that in our face, age we are, what we've grown up, what we've done. For you to say that to me is like, well, wait a minute, like, and I've said this, like, I have Jewish people in my family that have converted through marriage, and it's like, I am big on that. Islam, anything. I will never come out and say I hate you because there's levels to it. We all know that. I hate you because of your religion. I won't say that.
No.
I will never say that. Like, I think you're a person, I'm a person. And I think there's levels to it. We've talked about it, Jordan, that, like, there's certain things where we're just not going to see eye to eye. Okay.
Never.
You're a person, I'm a person. We don't need to talk. That's how it comes down to me, is that, okay, I don't need to talk to you. That's fine. But the fact that they still use it, and it's still so common in today's verbiage that, anti-Semitic, like, this and that, like, And in more so, and maybe I'm digging myself into a grave again, more so it's because of how certain groups have acted. And it's more so of pattern recognition. I'm seeing how you do this. I'm seeing how you keep going back to this. I'm seeing how you keep acting this way. And it's like, listen, man, I had nothing to do with the Holocaust, or I had nothing to do with, I mean, I did 9/11, but I'm seeing Islam.
Whoa, wait a minute.
No.
We got him, boys.
You guys,
you heard it here.
But
you're
I'm saying about hatred against Islamic people, Islamophobia.
And here we were looking
like,
at fucking Iraq.
I wasn't there. I was just a kid. I was in middle school.
Yep.
I wasn't just a kid, but like, I'm not seeing it that way. I'm seeing a pattern here, and I'm seeing how you act, and I'm seeing this thing go over and over again. And like, yo, I don't like what you're doing.
100%. Dude, I've been saying that for a while. Is we were conditioned that Muslims are these radical, disgusting people who you know, they're committing rape and this stuff. And there is some of that in radical Islam. But
radical Islam,
it is also very apparent in Judaism too. And this is something I want to get into. It's going to be a good segment to me to lead into this. Is these anti-Semitism laws are...
That's what I was getting at the whole time.
Their
I'm
speech.
retarded. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah.
Their
Bad
speech. It's almost all speech. I'll go through these here in a second, but it's almost all speech. And my point is you can say whatever you want about Muslims. You can say whatever you want about black people, Asians, white people.
There's a couple.
Nothing.
What you say?
They don't like you to say them, but you're
allowed.
You're
to
right.
Say, you're not going to jail.
Here's my thing, though.
It's not won't technically against the law.
Yes.
Right, but this is
right.
Like they won't put you in jail if you say the N-word, or if you call someone the N-word, or if you call Asian person the C word or whatever, something like that.
A C word.
You know.
G word.
Yeah.
Good. Well, yeah. I mean.
You know exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. But let me just run through these real quick. These are the 11. These are 11 examples of anti-Semitism the Holocaust Remembrance put out. Calling for aiding or justifying the killing or harming of Jews in the name of radical ideology. I would say, yeah, that would fall under hate speech or call to violence. Making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Jews, such as the power of Jews as a collective. That's what are we talking about? That's speech.
Yeah.
The last one was the one that got me. Is the stereotyping, like
right.
What is the N word? What is the C word? What is
people say that shit? Dude, get on TikTok, Instagram. People say that shit all the time. It's not illegal. You won't find a law that makes that illegal for anybody else except this group. Accusing Jews as a people of being responsible for real or imagined wrongdoings committed by a single Jewish person or group. Well, what's that? It says being responsible for a real. Well, what if they are responsible?
How do you wrongdoor someone?
Wrongdoing. Sorry, I'm a little tipsy.
You know me. I'm the same way. You can give me shit. I don't talk right ever.
But it says being responsible for a real or imagined wrongdoing.
You can't.
So you can't criticize them of anything?
Right. No. Hey, you did this, but I have to just let you have done it, and I can't even say you did a bad job doing it.
Now listen to this one, because we just did it. Denying the fact, scope, mechanisms, e.g. gas chambers, or initiality of the genocide of the Jewish people at the hands of the National Socialist Germany and its supporters and the accomplices during World War II.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
What we just did is illegal in 40 states. And in Ukraine, it could put you in jail for 8 years.
Oh, Ukraine. Okay. I was about to say.
Oh, no. It's coming here.
I mean, we were downright denouncing that it happened. We were having a discussion about the intricacies of it happening.
True.
And if they can't handle that part of it, like if I'm at a rally and I'm holding the sign like, it didn't happen, or they're lying, or like, sure.
But let's listen to this next one. Accusing the Jewish people, or the Jews as a people, or the Israel as a state of inventing or exaggerating the Holocaust.
Okay.
That last part, they're leaving it to the end. They're leaving it to the end. The state of Israel. I think a lot of people are coming on board with that. I don't think Jewish people as a whole are bad. Zionism, the idea of a state, that I think is where.
Yeah, we went from towing a line to that. Now we're straight up felons.
Fuck it. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. They got him.
Nah, that's work.
Mute. Yeah, mute. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Accusing Jewish citizens of being more loyal to Israel or to the alleged priorities of the Jews worldwide than to the interests of their own nations. I think that's very obvious.
Yeah.
But that is an example of anti-Semitism that can now be prosecuted as a crime. The next one, denying the Jewish people their right to self-determination by claiming that their existence of a state of Israel is a racist endeavor.
That's weird. Can you read that again? I'm sorry. You read it right, but I just need to hear it again. I can go full screen.
So basically what they're saying is if you deny that the Jewish people have a right to Jerusalem, to Israel, that's anti-Semitism.
Why do they have a right to Israel?
Exactly. So I'll read it again. Denying the Jewish people their right to self-determination. That is not a specific word. Self-determination could mean a lot of things.
I mean, that's claiming I'm determining I get.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Next one. Applying double standards by requiring of it a behavior not expected or demanded of any other democratic nation. I would say that's pretty fair if you're demanding that Jews do something that not every other nation has to do. Yeah, that's
for sure.
Using the symbols and images associated with classic anti-Semitism, e.g. claims of Jews killing Jesus or blood libel to characterize Israel or Israelis. Well, that's interesting because I'm pretty sure it was the Jews who killed Jesus. But you can't say that.
Bible.
Yeah.
So
but that's anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
That's dude, I haven't even got to the end. Let me get to the end before we really start breaking this down. But drawing comparisons of contemporary Israeli policy to that of the Nazis. So if you say the Jews or the Israelis are committing genocide in Palestine, which they are doing, that is anti-Semitic and punishable under law. Last one, holding Jews collectively responsible for the actions of the state of Israel. I think that's a fair one. You shouldn't do that with any group.
So I think what is there? There's 2 or 3 in this that are
at least
2 or 3 that are legitimate. Like, okay, I got that one. I got the applying double standards. I got that one. That's 2.
Then the last one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the last one, the double standard.
So you got the first one, calling for aiding or justifying the killing or harming of Jews. That's obvious.
So 3. So 1.
Yes.
The last one, and then double standards.
All the rest of them are just
made up bullshit.
That and they're designated to speech. Yeah.
There's no freedom of speech there.
There's no freedom of speech there. You're saying that I can't say that Jews killed Jesus. but that's what the Bible says. You're saying that I can't say that Israel is committing genocide against the Palestinians when they have children in prisons, and they just announced that they're going to execute every Palestinian for terrorism when they have children locked up in prisons for terrorism.
Yeah. No. That's what I'm saying. So there's three. There's three that are being a good person. You know, I'm not going to say because you're Jewish, you have to give me three, you know, character, what's the word I'm looking for? References compared to two.
Right.
I get that. And that's what I live by. Like, I'm never going to judge you on being, what's up, dude? I'm never going to judge you on your religion. But then if you start talking, he can't hear us, so that's good. If you start talking and start acting a certain way, I'm still not judging you on your religion. I'm judging you on what you say. So if you say you're Islam to me, and I'm getting a little off track, I'm never going to say you're a bad person. But if you start saying this crazy shit, then I'm going to be like, yeah, stay your ass over there. And I won't be violent. I won't even take the. That's the thing with me. I don't. It's all about energy. I'm not going to waste the energy to even say
Islam,
shit to you.
He's not going to hate you, but he is going to pat you down to make sure you're not wearing a flak.
My hands do the work, brother.
Here's my thing though. These type of laws do nothing but create legitimate, like, anti-Semitic people.
Right.
Oh, of course. Yeah, because
it almost drives people to become it because you're trying to protect it or hide it away or whatever.
It's just like telling a kid not to do something.
And it goes into the.
I mean,
oh, I'm having a brain fart.
We're all that way. If my government tells me I can't do something to an extent, if it's very base level, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. But if it's something as like this, I'm gonna be like, well, wait a minute, what?
I got my train of thought back. Who was the first people they deported? It was people with student visas who were attending the pro-Palestinian.
I have a thought on this, but guess what?
Marches.
Again, keep talking.
Dude, this guy's always got to piss. He's always got to piss.
He's got a tiny baby bladder.
Yeah. He's got to stop drinking so much water or something. But I don't know. It just seems like they're held to a different standard than the rest of us. Like, they're not allowed to be criticized. It happens.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if they can enact this type of law, where is this type of stuff been for other diverse groups? I mean, that have had the same problems. I mean, we're just saying, like, I mean, the African American population has had direct issues in our country with the slavery that happened and all that stuff. Where is their protection when this stuff, all that stuff happened somewhere else?
Yes.
Right. Like the Holocaust, all that happened over in in Europe, and stuff that happened here, they haven't farther back.
That's a great point.
Farther back in history, they haven't set up a protection laws for them.
So
that's a great point. Like, we didn't have anything to do with that.
Right. Okay. To fill you in, since you have a baby bladder, I
can still listen.
Oh, you okay? Sorry. Okay.
So here's my other thing that gets you. No, I drink a lot of water. I got to drink a lot to feel my best.
Oh, look at me! I'm hydrated,
and I'm drinking a lot of alcohol right now. I'm a big dude. All right, it takes a lot of, but so here's the other thing that makes you think about the whole situation too, and not saying it should be this way, but saying you can speak however you want against your country, against your president, but when it comes to someone else, now you're going to jail. Now that
I'm
makes you
so
go,
glad you said that.
What the hell? Like,
I'm so glad you said that. You can burn an American flag. You can say whatever you want about America. You can hold Trump's fake head up like you decapitated. If you remember that one person, nothing will happen to you. But if you criticize this country, who has nothing to do with us, you're screwed. Like, what is that?
That's control. That's power.
Yeah, that exactly. That shows you who has the real power in this country.
I mean, this is the type of discussion that this list of stuff is trying to prevent. Like,
yep, 100%.
And it just
crazy.
I missed a little bit what you were saying. My son came in his underwear, so I'm like, I don't want to get.
Yeah, don't get me on that. Like, I can be on some lists, but I do not want to be on that list.
Yeah, no, that's
like.
Call me an anti-Semite, but I ain't getting on that list.
Exactly. I can. Since you brought up that type of stuff, Ponte here, of my city, the assistant fire chief just got arrested for 3 counts of sexual acts against minors, and it's like,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's a huge derivative, but it's like, this dude is supposed to be protecting the community, and there isn't a lot of details about it, but it's like,
and that kind of relates to
what?
what we're talking about. Like, you can't. That's one of those things that, like, yes, we all know is not good, right?
Right.
But when it comes to something, you're going to get similar in Ukraine at this point. What is it, up to 8 years? You're going to get a similar charge for that you're going to get for saying something against Israel.
Right.
Like,
yes.
What?
And to hit on your point.
Why is it always not always, okay, I shouldn't have said that, but why is it that the positions of power, these people are all doing that?
Dude, that's the great question.
How do these people that have those types of, like, I don't know the word here I'm trying to think of, like, urges or issues all become people of power to some level, even if it's at their city level, but it's like,
I think a lot of it is, it's not city level. You're right. It's higher level.
No. But I'm just speaking in this case specifically. Like, this dude's a fire chief.
Oh yeah, it is city
level.
Like,
for that, but then it goes further, like, obviously into the Epstein stuff, where all of these people of super high power have.
Hold on, I think it goes back. It goes back to a certain mindset of people. We talked about being successful in business, being successful in these things. They're good at manipulating people. And that doesn't always necessarily mean they're bad people, but I think there's a certain, not sociopath, but there's a certain something that gets these people to these places where they're good at manipulating, and they realize maybe and that might be the problem when it's very young. They learn that, I can manipulate this person, and
that's what it is.
It
evolves into pedophilia.
No. I think they've always. To hit on your point, Schmidt, because we had where I live in a real rural area. When I was growing up, we had a police chief who did something to a kid in a nearby town, and I think it's that these people have always had these inclinations, and they seek out these positions of power because they know they're safer there.
They have a little bit
that
of
makes sense.
cushion protection there.
And so and then they're also manipulative. They're good at this, and they're
and that helps them get into those positions. That it all kind of lines up. That is a good point.
It's just crazy, and I think when you get into upper government and stuff, maybe some of it is coercion or manipulation, or where it's whether. It starts as something simple as, hey, come hang out. I got this big party. Oh, take a picture. And then it's a 12-year-old, I won't say, I mean, nowadays, who knows? It's a 13-year-old girl. Take a picture. And you have your arm around a 13-year-old girl. Hey, we're going to put this out to your wife and family. We don't 100%. Need to say anything. We can just put this picture out, and now you look weird. Like, oh, this is a 13-year-old girl. And then they're like, okay, well, I'll do what you want. And then they say, okay, do this. And then, okay, come back to a party, get you intoxicated, get you, out of your mind, whatever. Well, guess what? Now we have a video of you sleeping with a 16-year-old girl, whatever. And now we got you. Like,
100%, dude. And I think it's an evolution of blackmail too, because I think for real, in the 60s and 70s, I think you could have got away with blackmailing a dude that he's gay, but that doesn't work anymore.
Right? Yeah. Right. I definitely.
It doesn't work anymore.
100% right on that. It doesn't work like that anymore.
Back then, that was like the worst thing that could happen to you, and now.
And then how easy it is, especially with how it's
yeah, they
right now,
expect it.
Telling a dude, oh no, she's 19 years old. She's a 19-year-old prostitute. Bam, these dudes sleep with her. They've been recording the whole thing, and then they say, oh, here's her actual identity.
Yep.
She's 16 years old. You're going to do what we tell you to do. We don't need to give you the money. Here, we'll put in a little money to make it look good. Here's $100 million. And when you think about fuck you money, here's $100 million for your campaign. But on top of that, you're really going to do what we want you to do because we have this footage.
And it goes back to what we were saying. Why would these people stay in Congress until they're in their 90s? There's no way you enjoy that shit.
Because
they have to. They have to stay in.
They're so locked into their the ring that they're in that they're forced to stay there.
And I've said this before,
the way they're supposed to.
I think it's a big thing where they're trying to force a lot of things right now because they're getting the tail end of, I won't say X, but your baby boomers and all this, that they have that kind of Stockholm syndrome mind control over, to where they're at the tail end of being able to manipulate this large part of our population, and then they're gone because they're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And so now this is why you're seeing all this shit getting pushed, all this, like, everything. There seems to be so much movement right now, and I could be wrong, but I kind of feel like that's because they still have these people that are brainwashed, that are so into the system that they can, because I think when they come to, Generation X, millennials, even before X, a lot of people before X are waking up. You know what I mean? But especially when you get to X, millennials, all these new generations, people are waking up and being like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, no.
What are we doing?
Yeah, what is this? And so they're making this push right now because they still have millions upon millions of numbers out there that can legally vote and all this shit. And that goes away here in the next 20 years.
Somebody's mom, Tori8818, says, how was your podcast so far?
Oh, that might
I don't
be
know.
I don't see
know.
that. What is that on?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
but
am I not up to date? I'm not up to date.
I don't see it on YouTube.
I was way off of date.
It's on Twitch. It's
far.
Twitch.
Oh, it's Twitch.
Tori is fucking Tavi's, is it not?
I don't know who you're talking about. Government names.
What?
We don't use government names here.
Oh shit.
Oh, my bad. My name is like fucking posted right up there.
No, that's
Schmidhead came in and doxed everybody.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, but it's good.
But
see, that's why I wish we could see all those. I wish there was some way, but it's going good.
We're having
a good conversation. We're having fun. We got a bunch of. Thank you for tuning in, Tori.
Oh, can you not just go into the Ponte?
What?
Your screen where like the Riverside.fm stuff is? Just click chat on the bottom, and then go to the public chat. It shows.
Oh shit!
You're asking way too much of this man.
Yeah, he just blew his mind.
He's 100%.
I literally blew
I know
his
he's
mind
right.
like Kurt Cobain, dude.
Oh no, that's not the mom talking. That's the other one talking.
Okay.
What's up, Jay? Big dog.
I wanted
to. This is government names. What are we doing?
Yeah, I said Jay. That's all I said. But
I wanted to kind of show this video, just kind of show who we're supporting, what our taxpayer dollars are going over there.
Good thing they blurred that body, because I would never know what that is otherwise.
Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't get us in trouble. But anybody who's been in the military knows you don't shoot medical vehicles.
Is this old?
No.
Because I just want to say, but I remember you mentioning this now. This has been going on. This is
of course it's been going on, but it doesn't make it any less wrong.
I'm just saying this isn't new. They've been shooting at journalists. They've been shooting at I mean.
Yeah, but my point is as Americans, like, you know this, you don't shoot at medical vehicles. Like, as mortarmen, we know
for a reason. Yep.
Yes, as mortarmen, we know there's NFAs and stuff. You're not shooting into a mosque. You're not shooting into a hospital. You're not shooting into all these civilian places.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. What?
Yes, you do.
A mortarman? What's that?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But anyways, let's watch this, because 3 ambulances are going to get attacked by the IDF in about, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fuck, was his arm just blown off?
The Israeli military today launched 3 consecutive attacks on 3 different teams of paramedics, all operating in the southern Lebanese town of Meyfadoun. And what we heard from the Lebanese health ministry was that first there was a paramedic team that, as is normal, responded to an emergency call. They were going to the site of an Israeli.
Thank God this shit's blurred out, because covering this war is exactly what got my last channel banned.
Airstrike where there were wounded people they needed to rescue, and as they were arriving to Meyfadoun, they were hit by an Israeli drone strike, killing 2 paramedics at that site and wounding others. And then the paramedics sent yet another team in order to rescue that first team. And as they were arriving to the town, another Israeli strike hit that team and wounded 3 of those paramedics. So then the civil defense decided to send yet a third team in order to rescue the first and the second teams. They were also hit when arriving to the town.
I mean, these guys have no weapons. They're clearly in marked vehicles.
2 paramedics were not third strike. More were wounded. The Lebanese health ministry has condemned this as a blatant violation of international law, saying medical facilities should never be a target under the Geneva Conventions. We're still waiting for comment from the Israeli military on exactly what it was targeting in these strikes. And we know from the past that Israel has accused the Hezbollah militant group that it is fighting a war with in the south of using medical facilities and ambulances as cover for its militant activities. But it has not provided evidence of this. And so far in the
That's pretty much it.
I know, but it's
not
also
really
a little understandable about terrorist groups. Yes, they've done this shit before, but I'm not defending it. I understand there's extra precautions. Here's this. I'm just gonna play a quick. Hold on, let me talk. A quick clip. This was British BBC, whatever. Journalists, and they had so backstory supposedly is they had eyes on you can see my mouse here over on the hill ridge all the way to the left. They had eyes on Israeli tanks and stuff like the whole time, and they're out in the open, like you see, they're out in the open, and they're giving this talk, and supposedly, again, I don't make assumptions, the Israelis just fired on these dudes, like, and they were there for quite some time talking, and the tank was there. Like, clearly, it should be known. I mean, Jordan, you know this. Like, it's
they have cameras, no weapons.
Yeah, and clearly you know it. Like, listen, guys, there's dudes over here giving a talk, and that's an NFA. Don't shoot over there. Those are guys.
Further rocket attacks were reported against Nahariya and admitted.
and I won't keep playing it, but like, I think it was twice they were hit. They were hit twice.
Dude. And here's my thing. As an American, if you did that shit, you are going to Leavenworth.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Do you like killing Palestinian children? Jesus.
This video is absolutely.
The other one.
There's multiple of these.
But the woman who has made plenty of posts and stuff of demeaning Palestinians, it was a female Israeli force fighter, got fucked up in an attack. And they, of course, you know, and that's where, you know, I lead into where there's both sides. It's you just can't.
No, dude, I get it. It's both sides. There's definitely terrorists, but what these people are doing is just, it's, at my opinion, it's just demonic at this point. You can't tell me there's any justification for killing children or babies as this guy is going to describe. And I just want to put the caveat on there. You can find multiple videos of multiple IDF soldiers saying the same exact shit.
Yeah.
Do you like Palestinian children?
Yes.
Does it make you feel good when you bomb a hospital? Really?
Yes.
You guys, children in Lebanon, is that okay?
Yeah, this is okay because of Hamas.
What about the children, the babies?
The babies is good to.
Really? In Lebanon?
Hold on, pause it for a
Yes.
second. There was something else that came out recently that was a political person in Israel or something that came out and saying, and this is bringing it up, it's probably something I should have pulled up, but, you know, forethought. Hindsight's 2020. He says, oh, it's okay to kill the kids because in 10 years, in 20 years, they will become the people who are fighting us. But that shit makes me so fucking mad. And I mean,
it makes my fucking blood boil.
All three of us, we have kids. And we've all been kids. And like, and I mentioned this last episode, like the shit I used to do as a kid, you know, I was a kid, but like throwing a rock at a person, like it gets me killed or thrown in jail and then killed, like, and for someone
dude,
to go,
it's crazy.
Yes, like,
and he's like
needs to be fucking killed.
Those answers, like, almost seem like he doesn't understand. He's so casual about it. It's like he doesn't understand the question, or he's being fed some different audio or some shit like that. Like that's what it seems like.
Then it also goes back to the private.
I think he knows there's no consequences for his actions.
Right. But I mean, so from just one to that point, I work with a lot of guys that speak fluent Spanish and English as a second language type stuff. And that dude's answers right there is the type of answer I get when I say stuff to people and I can tell they don't understand what I'm asking them. They're like, yes, you know, like that. Personal experience looking at that, but I don't know any of the backstory of all this stuff. But
yeah,
but you can keep going with it just to see if there's more to. There's clearly more to what he's saying. But
Iran.
Really? It's okay to kill babies in Iran?
Yes, yes.
And
okay.
in Gaza?
Yes.
And in Lebanon?
Yes.
You really believe that?
You're right, Schmidt.
Really? Have you ever killed any Palestinians? Have you ever killed any Palestinian children? How many?
See, he doesn't say I've killed children.
You don't keep track?
Yeah, he just says
I don't know. He's not understanding the language. I will 100% agree with Schmidt on
But you've
where he's
Palestinian
saying
children?
He understands
killed Palestinian. He understands like the Lebanon, the Iran, the intricacies of the other words. I don't feel like he's comprehending.
Yeah.
In that video, I'm not saying they don't do it, but from my experience with
there could be a language barrier.
Yes.
Now that Schmidt brought that up, and that's why, thank you, Schmidt. I don't think I would have really realized that before, but you know, dealing with Spanish-speaking people, my family, 100%. There's certain they pick up like 1 or 2 words in the
Isn't that cool?
yeah. Oh, killed Palestinian. Yes. They don't hear the kids. They don't hear anything else. It's you know what I mean? So to an extent, I can see that. Does that necessarily mean that's what is happening?
Right.
No, they're definitely killing kids. They're definitely.
I agree they are, but in that specific video, I feel like there's a language barrier because when he
100%.
answers, he doesn't like, have you killed Palestinian children? The guy's just the same answer as before. Yes, I killed. He understands the parts of it, and then just use what little verbiage he has to agree. You know, but okay. Oh, right here.
Jay can't take an L, so he's gonna bring up.
No, it's not that.
I'm being funny because we mentioned it about Trump earlier. That's why
I wanted to show another example, and this one is very blatant because this guy is describing with his hands what he did, and it's just super disturbing. So, warning to anybody out there who's got a soft.
You know, like he took a baby head and cut his head and cut his head.
How many?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I'm not defending that guy.
Like he took a baby head and cut his head and cut his head.
So
how many Palestinians did you kill?
That makes me so upset that like.
And that's what our tax dollars are going to.
We don't need to go there.
That's what pisses me off is we're paying for that shit.
It's like that's where it's unexcusable, and that's where you can't say they're doing genocide because now I'm an anti-Semitic saying that they're doing genocide. Like and I will be the first to say this, guys. Like I'll be the first. In the beginning, I was like, yes, you know, they're after Hamas, they're after the stuff. In the very beginning, I said, okay, it was good. What they were doing in Gaza was necessary, and then it evolved. And I will stand on that. That I've always held that position, to where I had that belief, and I was fooled in the beginning. But I'm not petty enough or anything enough to say that I was wrong back then. And now it's gone to the point where but yet you can't say it's genocide because now I'm being anti-Semitic. It's not genocide because the Jewish people are the victim. Like they've leveled Gaza. How are they the victim when they've gone in there and imposed their military will, imposed everything? They've clearly fucking won. Like there's clearly nothing. They've leveled fucking Gaza.
Fairly decisive. You know?
Like exactly what Trump says we did to Iran. And they're still going, and it's so now
it's an ethnic cleansing.
Exactly. How are you going to say anything else? And there's certain people that would say we're anti-Semitic for saying that shit.
Yep.
And it's unfucking deniable. It's been an undeniable victory. There's been very little kickback on Israel from what they've done to Gaza. They've leveled Gaza. There's multiple sources saying in video and photographic evidence that and that's a problem. See, I just said it, but that they've destroyed Gaza, like that there's little left but tunnels, and you're still saying there's this kickback from Gaza. No, there isn't. We've again, see, there's the fucking problem. I said we've again. They've leveled that shit. And 100%. If you're gonna say I'm an anti-Semite for saying they're doing some heinous shit over there, and everyone's seen it at this point, it's out there for everyone to see. Like, you're part of the problem.
Yeah, I mean, they have destroyed the entire area. This is not all military targets. Okay, I'm glad you saw that comment.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is just some before and after, and this is not selective bombing.
No, it's carpet bombing.
Yeah.
It's just destroy it all.
Something I wanted to pull up.
Holy smokes. I mean, think of it as, I mean, there's still standing structures, but all of those structures are compromised. Like, there's
yeah, 100%.
Like,
and then they're just applauding it after they pass that law to execute all the Palestinian prisoners.
Them and all their tiny hats.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying, dude, is I don't. It's rough.
And it's tough. And that's the problem where we're put in. I mean, going back to the clip where we started at, I think, forgive me if I got, but like with Ukraine giving all these laws, right? That's the problem we're at today, right? Even in America, is where we can be labeled as this shit for talking about this. But one, it's our opinion, so we have the right to it. But two, it's fairly obvious at this point. But it could get to the
100%.
situation of us saying this when it's obvious, whatever. But where we can be shut out, demonetized, not that we're making money off this, but all of this shit.
There's money?
Just because, just because it's Israel.
Yeah. On a quick sidebar there, I think Ponte is one of the only people I've ever heard enunciate the B and obviously.
Listen, I'll take it because I gave Jordan plenty of shit tonight over it.
Yeah, two beatboxes might have been too much, but you made a great point. When you can criticize your own country, but you can't criticize another country, I think that's pretty clear evidence that we're occupied.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Oh, under control. I mean, like,
and that's what scares me. That scares me as being fiercely patriotic, being fiercely proud of. Again, I'm very happy to say it. I'm happy I was born here. I'm happy I was raised here. You know, I don't want Schmidt to yell at me again. I could have been born in Afghanistan. You know, there's so many other options out. I'm just being funny, Schmidt. You know that, but it's just like I'm happy for it, but the influence is starting to come to the surface. We've never, yes. I will say, we've never been 100% up front.
Is it starting to come to the surface, or are you getting to an age where you're able to realize it?
Good point. Maybe that's it too. But I think it's not only me coming to the age of that. It's social media, media
us
in general coming to the age.
Technology and advancements and forward thinking of our generation.
Yes.
Like, to question things versus older generations where they didn't have
it's hand in
all
hand.
of the information at hand. They didn't have all of the speculations on everything. You know, they
didn't have opposing views.
Right. And with all of that happening nowadays, it's exposing all of this stuff.
And you weren't there for that. You were on your call, but that goes back to my thing why we're seeing such a push on so much stuff politically and everything because we're losing boomers. We're losing baby boomers. We're losing all these people that are indoctrinated.
Yeah. Yep.
And now, you know, Generation X and even before Generation X, all these people who are more awake to the situation that aren't going to follow the mind-numbing path are coming up. So now they have to push all these things into law. And some of the things they can push deep into law and bury it, as we've talked, in the gray space and all this stuff that they can push it to where this stuff can last for another it can last for another. I was reading a comment from Jonathan. Again, that white name. I don't know, man.
You can't judge them all based off of me.
I mean,
you know what's actually
it's 2026 in America. If your last name is White, there might be an issue. Actually, I can't say that because
we're one of the top last names.
White and black.
Listen, okay, no, I'm getting there, but you know the vast you may be in such a huge minority that you didn't know or hadn't realized that the amount of white people that have the name white is a huge minority to the amount of African American population that has
Yes.
white.
Yep.
And the reverse is true. There
Yes.
are very few black people that have the surname of black versus whites, where it's
Yes.
you know, if you're Caucasian, you black is the color. You know, like
Hey, we don't use government names here, but my last name is very far and few between.
Yeah,
Don't
you're
you
lucky.
Do it, Schmidt. I see it.
I've
on your
heard
face.
I've
Don't
heard
you?
Jay call you by your name in this.
Yeah, I
thing before.
definitely did dox you before
Yeah.
on here.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, Mr. Putt left," you know. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I've definitely done it, but
It's okay. I really don't care that much. I'm just being funny, but
as I just type my last name in my as my name, whatever. I'm not that
in the end of the
important.
day, it's not that hard to find people.
and especially in the Midwest,
especially with Quex and
you
his
know.
AI that he made.
Listen, we're gonna keep it that way because it's fun. No one knows Quex's government name. He is a sentient AI being, okay? Because we've never heard his. But we've never heard his government name.
I have.
Hey, okay, see, it was that easy to just roll with it.
I mean, have I though?
Schmidt folded under zero pressure.
I honestly
Zero
don't think I
pressure.
could tell you. I've heard it, but I couldn't tell you what it is because I don't know that it's true.
It's not true. It's all a lie.
It's all by design by the AI to trick me.
Yes.
So I think. There was something I wanted. So we got way off subject.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fun.
Way
And it
over.
was fun. But so the blockade of Hormuz, like, it's working right now. I mean, we are, as of today, we are the top oil in the world. Schmidt, you'll be,
USA.
yeah, there you
USA.
go. But well, you're more natural gas, aren't you?
No, oil.
Okay, oil. But one
It
is
could stay. It
sustainable.
could stay around. Yes, absolutely, it is sustainable.
I mean, what we're pumping is sustainable, but with the geopolitical situation, is it sustainable? Me personally, I don't think so. We can get on that. And the second leg is, I know you wanted, when I say is it sustainable too, is it sustainable for our military? So having those boats over there, rotating people, I mean, everything involved in that. And I know you have something on this, Jordan, but like, and even besides what he has to say is, like, the people on the boats, like, how long is it until they're like, and you know, I mean, me personally, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, but
Yeah.
Go ahead. I mean, this.
No, I mean,
explains
you
it,
hit on it. I think from a just strictly production standpoint, Schmidt, you could talk about this way better than I can. But from just what we have, and you got to remember, we're also in control of Venezuela's shit now too.
Yeah.
If we keep that bitch locked down, we can make a lot of money.
And that's where I defend Trump.
Yeah. Dude, if you can keep the Strait of Hormuz locked down and everybody's got to buy their shit from us and we can charge whatever we want.
I said it for a couple weeks back already. Like,
But
the
then
Strait of
move
Hormuz
into the
being closed is-
sustainability of our military. One, how long until a ship gets struck, a ship gets hurt, we lose people? How long until you can keep the service members happy being over there? I mean, money, but then the money comes back.
They've already been mutinied.
Yeah, but then again, the money isn't an issue on the government level, because if we're selling all this oil, it doesn't fucking matter. So
Yeah.
take the government money out of it, but put into the military and the service members and everything. Like, how long is it going to be sustainable to rotate people in and out of running a blockade, and potentially being in. I mean, you can't deny it. You're always in threat over there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you're literally behind enemy lines. Like,
yeah.
And that goes to what he just posted.
Are they willing to risk soldiers for what Schmidt was saying, the amount of money we could make over there?
Absolutely.
I think they are.
Absolutely. Exactly. Yes. 100%.
Yes.
I think, if they can lower our gas prices, lower our taxes, which, and that was another recent thing, is that someone, I forget who, don't quote me, came out and said, "Oh, this year, don't fuck, I'm slow here, guys, but don't put for your pre-spend into taxes, whatever that's called, when you're putting your pre-paying into taxes so you get a bigger return." They came out and said, "Don't do that this year." Pretty much said,
I
"Don't
saw
do
that.
it." Yeah, yeah.
Listen,
so it's like, are they putting all their eggs in one basket? And then guess what? We lose a fucking aircraft carrier, or something happens, and it's like, ooh, whoa, and then you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pull way back.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Foot on the throttle, hand on
Yes.
their neck if they take out a carrier. Dude.
So you think it's a
If
ground
they take
invasion
out a
at that
carrier,
absolutely,
100%.
Ground zero, bro. like this.
Dude, they take out an aircraft carrier. First off, I'm going to look up how many people are on an aircraft.
Well, okay, all right. Before midterms or after?
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
I think it does matter.
I don't think so. I don't think that plays a part of it. Listen, Ponte, the government would, without question, 100% of the time, send your children to die for money. Not theirs, yours.
Ponte, there's over 4,600 troops on an aircraft carrier.
An aircraft. Yeah, just you guys are trying to get me in my feelings, and you're
No,
gonna
that's
get me
more
there
people
because I've
than-
been drinking and like.
No, we're not.
Schmidt did. He specifically said something. He knew what he said.
Listen, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I said a lot of K's together there. That was not what I meant. But I didn't mean your children specifically. I meant your, as a collective middle class people. They would 1,000% send our children to die for money. They don't care about us.
And I agree. And that goes back to what I said last episode. Like, to some extent, there's levels to it. But if America saw what America was doing to American people, it would intervene because of what America is doing to American people.
But only if there was money in it, though.
I mean, there it is. There it is. Yes.
If they could profit, they would do that.
And it goes back to what Jay has on the screen right now. Like, you know how mad, and Jay would be the same, and you would be the same, Schmidt, if we went to the fucking DFAC and I went through the line and that's what they put in my plate.
Yeah, they gave you a fucking Mesopotamian condom. I'd be pissed.
What the fuck?
A used one at that?
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the
that they
fuck?
rolled in dirt? I don't know what
This is a hamburger patty,
Well,
a
okay, I can
Mesopotamian
say
condom,
Yeah.
and fucking carrots.
I feel like I might have got that same hamburger patty at a gas station earlier today.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
And
And,
this
that's
is-
the thing, being in, you realize that it says, like, when you see the big packaging of what the people in the military eat, it literally, I don't know if it's still the same,
Does it
but
say
back
not for human
it's-
consumption?
it says not for public consumption or something along those lines.
Well,
It's for
my,
like,
my,
it's
my
like for
first
jails
thought
in
is
us.
right. My first thought was not for gen public, like because of not necessarily what it is, but how it was paid for. Probably, like
Okay, that's a good
through
point.
the budgeting of it. It's not
but when
for
you have
general
to,
public.
when you're a private and you have to have these bags of yellow powder.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And you have to put water in it and shake it vigorously when you're on
Make your eggs. Yeah.
KP, and you shake it and shake it and shake it, and then they cook it, and then you go through the line to eat it, and it's a bouncy ball, like the same texture, same everything. And you're like, well, wait a minute, dude. Like,
And here's another thing is like, we've already seen the soldiers backing up the toilets because they were sick of being deployed. And now they're getting fed this shit. Sometimes like a good hot meal, like you talk about the military, you get cordon bleu, dude.
Oh my God. Oh, gee.
All your worries go out the window.
3 weeks. Oh my God. A good cordon bleu is like,
but
I
you
wish
give
you
me
knew, Schmidt. Like, I know you like your food, but I wish you knew field chow and getting like a cordon bleu. Like, it is just the best.
It's next level.
I'm not military, but I have spent extended time in like man camps and stuff like that, and work camps and shit. And they provide lunches, and on occasion they had a next tier up for the supper and stuff versus your base tier spaghetti, hot dogs, bullshit, and then once a week or once every other week or whatever, they slam you with a slightly above average meal. And you're like, God damn, I want to put in 120 for that meal. You know what I mean? Like, different circumstances, same outcome.
But
it's a morale booster.
But also on the defense of what's going on over right there, supply chains, logistics aren't set up yet, 100%. So you got to think if they plan on doing this long-term blockade, right? They're going to have their logistics chain come in for better food, for better living, for better mail, for better everything for the service members over there. And that's where, again, devil's advocate, that's my thing. You stole it from me tonight, Jay, but that will get better. If this is a long-term thing,
which it is.
That will get better.
Yeah, because it has to.
Yeah, exactly. Because it has to. If it didn't have to, you better believe the U.S. government wouldn't do it. If that was sustainable, you better believe that's how they would approach it. Yes. Hands down, without a doubt. Like it's all about spending money and doing all this until they can cut a penny, and until it affects, they'll spend 30 days fighting your family set pay, but
100%.
And I remember where being in the government, you realize this shit is where billions of dollars to another country, billions of dollars to Ukraine, billions of dollars to Israel, no problem, without a bat. Oh, go to Congress. Oh, we need this. When it comes to fucking $350 to the service members, it's like, oh, well, hold on. You got back 23 minutes before the threshold. You can't get like, that's where it kills me. And that's where it's just like, what?
When I PCS to Hawaii, my unit in Colorado was deploying to Europe. They took their BAS because they were getting provided food. So the soldiers were making less money while they're deployed.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. But we'll send billions of dollars for Israel to go kill kids.
Without a doubt. And that
I seen, I'm trying to find it, but I seen like a TikTok or a reel or whatever the other day on YouTube. I guess it wouldn't be a TikTok then, but about how the guy was depicting the difference between the struggles of Japan during World War II and America during World War II and feeding their troops. And he was talking. Wait, can you hear me? Or am I talking?
Yeah, we hear you.
Sorry. Okay. And he was playing both sides, but as Japan, he goes, yeah, our people are dying of dysentery and they're starving to death, and the American guy's like, we were just wondering how you guys get ice cream to your troops because we're struggling with that part. And they're like, and the Japanese guy's like, wait, ice cream? We can't get any food to them. And they're like, oh, well, we figured it'd be easier because you're right there. But our ice cream is melting. All the other food is making it. And it's like, okay. So when America wants to put out and needs to put out, they will for the troops. And like you said, as this becomes a more long-term deal, they will progress in
All
that
right,
stuff.
I have something to play.
Okay.
Oh, fuck! I'm trying to learn this shit. I don't know
You
if
got
this is
this.
the one. I just searched real quick to pull it up. I really don't know if this is accurate or this is the one, but it's probably somewhat accurate. You guys can see it?
Mm-hmm.
Countries that receive the most financial aid. Again, I think this is from the U.S., but there's a U.S. one that's out there. But watch. This is globally, for sure, because U.S. sent it all to... What did India do with all that money? This is globally. Yeah, this
Pause it for a second.
This is globally. This is in America.
Even so, compare the populations of India and Israel. And Israel's getting more money than
per
India.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And India's got over 1 billion people.
Yeah, this isn't right. This is globally. And that China got money for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And then Afghanistan takes over. So it follows somewhat, but not at all what Israel got. Yeah, this is globally. Okay, sorry guys. That's not what I wanted to show.
No, it was still a good demonstration. I mean, we already said it, when you're looking at per capita, you got nations like Afghanistan, Israel, who have a huge population, and then you've got Israel, but more money's going to them. Why?
But let me look again. But sent by the U.S. Oh my God! Sent to other countries. It's staggering when you see it. Like after the 60s, after obviously Vietnam. Yeah, I can't pull it up quickly, but oh wait, here we go. I got it. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make it big. Let me share. I think this is the one. Okay, how about you work? Share screen. We don't need audio for this. Share. All right, here we go. This is billions. I think it starts to fast forward. Oh yeah, we're at 57 now. Okay. I'm gonna keep my mouse once it pops up. Whoa. Okay, what the fuck? Why does my thing do this? Let's see when Israel pops up. We're at 68. There it is.
Right there.
Israel.
And then
Just gonna fly
skyrockets.
Oh,
and it just like
go back. I want to see what year it started.
It doesn't get on the freaking thing until like
Here it comes.
70.
Ready?
And by 80 it's near the top. 71, 72.
There 72. It is, 72.
And by 78 it's fucking top 5.
That is crazy, dude.
Keep watching. Watch.
Yeah, 78. Yeah, by 80.
Passes India.
We're still
passes France and
Vietnam
UK.
and Korea at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the Korean.
I mean, I'll be honest. Egypt took a freaking skyrocket as well.
More.
Yeah.
Out of the history books.
And it just keeps going.
Oh, Vietnam's out of the books. And then it just goes from there.
Yep. Dude, that's crazy.
It's only 95 at this point. But even at this point, Afghanistan, Iraq. Oh, wait. No. This is where you see Afghanistan, Iraq. Start coming up.
Yeah, they'll start to go up now.
Yeah, early 2000s.
There goes Iraq. Because we conducted war and we paid for their camels, $100K for their camels.
Hey, they paid me. They paid me $25 billion. I never got that money.
Look at all the camels we killed are going up in price.
Jesus.
Oh, we killed your camel? And even still, Afghanistan just inches in. You get the point, but why Egypt?
Yeah.
That's my big thing.
They're tied right in with them.
Why Egypt over all those years?
They're tied right in with them. Look at the Charlie Kirk shit, those Egyptian planes.
I mean, I know, but there was never ever big new shit that happened in Egypt. But yet, for all those years, we were giving them billions of dollars. It was the aliens. That's what it was.
And they won't even give
was the fucking alien tech beneath the fucking in the pyramids, and we were buying it.
Yeah. Well,
bring it full circle to the beginning of the series. The episode.
Yeah. We're 3 hours in. I think this is a pretty good episode.
I liked it. I had fun.
I did too.
Nice having you.
I agree. Appreciate you bringing me on.
Oh, no problem. You're welcome anytime. This was great.
Yeah. The other whites that were in here, your questionable characters. I don't know if
you can't be so blatant with it, brother.
Yeah, don't listen to him. Don't listen. We don't take advice from New Englanders.
Way too close to old Englanders. You know
yeah,
I mean?
Exactly. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. We will check you guys next time. Schmidt, thanks for joining. Till next time. Talk to you guys later.
Later.
Bye.
Guys.